the biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
If you would like to advertise your business on Conversations with Cupid, airing every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Instinct Radio, email us at shay@middleclassmatchmaker.com. That's Shay, SHAE, at middleclassmatchmaker.com.
Hey, welcome to Conversations with Cupid. I miss y'all. We've had a couple weeks off with the Thanksgiving break, and then I didn't come the week before, but welcome back. And if you're new to the show, I am Shay, middle class matchmaker, and I'm a certified matchmaker and dating coach. And this show, Conversations with Cupid, is a platform for singles. We talk about different dating and relationship issues and conversations, and tonight will be no different. Tonight we're discussing women who date both men and women, and we have other guests on the way, so they'll be joining us a little bit later, but we want to go ahead and introduce you to our sexy singles who are here with us so far. And you're new to the show, so I'm gonna let Ken kick it off so you can see how it goes, because Ken has been on my show, I don't know, 6-7 times. So Ken, if you can introduce yourself, and then turn your volume down, introduce yourself, and then Tiffany will introduce herself.
Hey, what's going on? It's Ken Dollar, Sagittarius, 36, finna be 37 next Friday, straight out of Atlanta, and that's it.
No kids, never been married?
No kids, never been married. I'm still single, still hopping in folks' inboxes, but you know how that goes. I ain't getting no replies, so I'm still jumping in now.
So. You crazy. Thank you for joining us. All right, and Tiffany, if you could please introduce yourself, please.
Yes, my name is Tiffany. I'm 27. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I've been in Atlanta for 2 years now. I'm also single with no children, and I might be hopping in a few inboxes.
Okay. Or y'all add her to the Youngins crew since she's 27. We have a little crew called the Youngins. You need to be added. Yeah. All right, well, cool. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you Tiffany and the other ladies who are coming for being so transparent and sharing. So we're talking about women who date both men and women, and I didn't want to give you a label, but do you consider yourself bisexual?
Absolutely.
So you do?
I do. I've been into women probably since maybe like middle school.
So you, as a little girl, you're like 11.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, I like her.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. Like, were you like, did you have a phase where you were lesbian?
I did. I was a lesbian for about 2 years, maybe 6 years ago. So
6 years ago, when you were 22.
Yes.
You were a full-fledged lesbian in a female relationship.
Yes.
Now, was she, okay, this is kind of crazy, but look, I have a lot of questions. So were you like full on lesbian? Were you butch? Is that an okay word?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or were you always feminine?
I was always feminine.
And did you date feminine women, or
yes.
were they masculine women?
Most were feminine. I dated one, I guess, butch lesbian, and I've also dated, they call it STEM, which is kind of in between.
STEM, I've never heard STEM. I've heard stud.
Right, it's in between a stud and a femme.
Is that the androgynous? Where you don't know if it's like Ellen kind of?
Yeah, kind of. Sometimes it could be both, but most of the time.
She could wear lipstick, she could wear a dress, but sometimes.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm clear.
Yeah.
So, but most of the women you dated were feminine.
Absolutely, yes.
And at what point did you realize, but I also like men too?
Oh, I've been into men before women, but I think for me, like, with women, it was just, I don't know. I feel like it was just easier. I was always around girls, and once I knew that I liked girls and I was around them as a kid, I was just kind of like, I kind of like her, but I don't know if I should say anything. Do I say anything? And
this
as I got
so fascinating
older,
to me, because like in your generation, this has been more acceptable,
Right.
and more people like you around versus
Yeah.
when I was growing up, it was like real taboo. But I'm sure when 10 years later, when you were growing up, I'm sure it was more. There were more people that you found
Yeah.
like you, right? That you
Yes.
could relate to.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is so interesting to me. So, okay, as a little girl, y'all have a lot of questions,
I
girl.
know.
So,
It's
as a
okay.
little girl, did you like come out to your parents, like, but I like girls and boys, or how did that work?
Absolutely not.
You did not? Okay.
No. When I was a lesbian, about 5 months in, I told my mom
That
I
you
was
were a lesbian.
I was like,
And
know.
you were how old?
I was, at the time, I was about 21.
So you were in college?
Yes.
So, and a lot of girls, like, don't get it twisted. A lot of girls experiment in college,
Right.
and they might, spend the night with a girl, and next thing, or get drunk, and next thing you
Yep.
know, oops,
Yeah.
what did we do?
What I'm doing
You
on
know,
your bread.
that has happened.
Yeah.
I've heard so many stories of people experimenting in college. So, but you knew that it wasn't an experiment.
No.
Like, you knew that I really like her.
Right.
Now, some women say they have sexual relationships with women, but not emotional relationships with women. Are you able to have both
At this point in my life, it's more of a sexual thing.
today?
Today.
But at the time when you were 20, you had both an emotional.
It was like emotional.
like I love you.
I would be with you. We can get married. Like,
Really?
We can do this. Yes.
You were full on. I'm committed. I can marry you today.
Yes.
Really? But you're not like that now.
No.
So, okay, you got to take me through this whole journey. All right, so you're 11. You realize I like girls.
Right.
All right, so did you start dating girls in middle school, or?
I wouldn't say date them, but they would sleep over and we would kind of kiss a little bit.
Okay,
and-
so when you, like, because
yeah.
when I would sleep over with my girlfriends, we would, do each other's hair, paint each other's nails,
Yeah.
talk about what boy we like, girl, I like Rico, I like John, that kind of conversation. But what were y'all doing? We talking middle school.
I mean, the same things pretty
Okay.
much, but there would be a little kiss here and there or something
Really?
like that.
So in middle
Not
school,
at 11, but maybe closer to
12,
like 12 or 13.
13.
so you recognize another young lady in your class who was also interested in girls.
Yes.
And how did you know she was interested in girls?
Actually, she came to me, and we were really close friends. And one night she was sleeping over my house, and she was like, "Hey, like, you're one of my best friends. I really want to tell you something. Like, it's weird. I have these feelings about women or girls, and I don't know how to feel about it." I'm like, "Well, I feel the same way too."
Are you
know?
serious?
Yes.
Now, neither one of
So-
y'all were, I'm going to ask some questions because
It's okay.
neither one of y'all were like dressed like boys.
No.
So, because that's what people think about when people.
Yeah.
I'm just dumbing it down.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't like wearing like the baseball cap and her wearing baggy jeans and stuff.
No.
You were just a little girl and she was just a little girl,
Yeah.
both feminine. And she said, "You know what? I like girls," and you said, "I like girls too."
Yeah.
And so you would kiss each other.
Yeah,
How
that was it. We just
interesting.
kissed each other. Yeah.
Kiss at what age? 12?
It was about close to 13.
Oh,
So that's when So did you have your first kiss with a girl or a guy?
A girl.
So your first kiss was with a girl.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna get deeper. Your
It's
first
okay.
sexual experience, was that with a girl or a guy?
A girl.
So your first everything was with
with
a
a girl.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like 13, 14
Yes.
girls.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And when did you have these first with guys?
With guys, it was about 14.
So at 14,
about a year later.
okay, now at 14, did you identify as bisexual, or you didn't put a label on it, or how did you identify?
I didn't put a label on it. I was just kind of like, "You're cute. I like your personality. You're cute. I like your personality." And at that time, I think I just didn't know what bisexual was or what it really truly meant. So I just kind of went with it.
So if I
was a
like you,
kid.
I like you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you said you did tell your mom that you were into women. How did that go?
Oh, Lord. She was like, "It's a phase. You'll get over it." And I was like, "No, I love her. Like, it's not a phase. It's not a phase." But that's what she told me, basically. She was like, "It's a phase. You'll get over it. I don't accept it. I don't believe you."
She didn't believe you.
No.
What
So,
What do you think about her? What do you think caused her not to believe you?
she's very religious.
Okay.
And I think that had a lot to do with it. I think that personally she didn't want to believe it. So in her mind, telling me that would kind of throw it out of her mind.
So growing up with that, and I know I grew up in the church as well. So growing up with that, did you like struggle? Did you think it was wrong? Did you try to pray it away? What was that like?
Honestly, no, I
She
didn't.
wasn't gonna pray.
Some people pray it. Some people try to pray it away, Ken. I know there are a lot of people who struggle with it, and they're like, "This is wrong. I repent." You know, and they really struggle with it. It's like a spiritual struggle, but you didn't have that.
No.
All right, so you came. Your mom was like, "I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray for you. You just going through a phase."
Right.
And so you started dating a woman for 2 years straight.
Well, it was about a year and a half.
Okay, and
Yeah.
y'all were full on in a relationship,
Absolutely.
and you identified at that time as lesbian.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
So like, were you on? I got somebody.
Well, you know I'm gonna get you, right?
I know. Look at him.
He ready. He ready
ready
to
to
jump.
get me.
I just want you to tell your story so we have a full understanding
Yeah,
of
of course.
who you are and before we dig in deeper. Okay,
Yeah.
so then you were in a relationship with a woman, and then what happened after y'all broke up?
It was a very dramatic thing for me.
Really?
My heart was broken.
She
like,
broke your
to
heart?
pieces. Yes.
Oh no.
That's actually when I moved to Savannah. So that was about 5 years ago ish. Yeah, 5-6 years ago. So yeah, it was a pretty dramatic breakup. She actually cheated on me
No, with the girl?
with one of my friends. Yeah,
The
who was actually
horror.
straight.
Shut it down.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Your lesbian lover cheated on you with your best friend
Your
who
best
was
friend.
allegedly straight.
Yes.
So did she ever tell you she wanted to try the lady pun, the friend?
It was like I should have known better. Like there were telltale signals. Like they were very close all of a sudden, and they would
So
hang
the
out
friend was
and-
curious.
No. At the time, she wasn't.
She must
She
have
was
just-
like, I'm straight. I don't like women, blah, blah, blah.
She kissed her in
But
the mouth.
my ex, she's very
Kissed her in the mouth
persuasive.
good too.
So you think your ex led her on?
Absolutely. She let me on. So
Oh,
already,
okay.
yeah,
She was
she got
the assertive.
mouthpiece.
I know
Oh,
she
okay.
got-
Yeah. Yeah.
What else she got?
I mean, looking back, like, I don't regret it, but that's basically how it ended. She cheated on me with one of my friends who was straight, and then after she was with her, then she went bisexual. Like, she's like, I'm bi now.
Oh,
So wait, your
shit.
friend was turned out after.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No hope for the straight women. There's no hope for the straight women.
That's not true, kids. There are some
That's
women
not
who are
true.
strictly dickly, like they are not gonna be moved.
Yeah,
But I do think there are a
absolutely.
lot of women who are, I wonder,
Curious.
Yeah.
like, what would that be like? Because I want to share, like, some of the things that I've heard women say.
Mm-hmm.
Women are, like how you said that evolved with your friend. Like, this is already your friend. You're already close to her.
Right.
You're already having summer parties. And it just kind of evolves from there. It's a kiss. It's cuddling. It's softer than with a man. Like,
Right.
men are just like, I'm going to get in them guts. And they
Yeah.
just like straight, you know. Whereas
are.
with women, it's like,
But
it's cuddling and kiss. It's softer. It's
Yeah.
just a whole. Yes, it's not like.
I agree with
I
her.
thought y'all
Sorry.
liked it. I thought that what the women like. Y'all like it
sometimes,
rough.
sometimes we do want it like that, and
Yeah.
sometimes we don't. Sometimes we
Yeah.
want.
Little soft, little touch there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes
well,
we want you to just
know.
cuddle and make love, and I think that is the biggest thing is realizing that we don't always want it.
You don't
We
want to
don't.
be beat up.
Not
huh?
every time.
And
No.
guys think, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat that thing
But
up.
that's not
Like,
appealing.
no.
That's not
Yeah.
appealing every time.
It's
like
not.
every time.
Mm.
That's
No.
not gonna work.
Mm.
Look, he like, I
All right, what you want to say,
They
kids?
told
you
me to
got,
be
Ken?
good before I came down here. But
Now you've heard her whole story. You've
Yeah.
heard her whole
Well,
journey.
yeah.
Now, what do you have to say? Because your stance is you do not date women who date women.
No, I don't.
So you've heard her whole story. You
Yeah.
understand her whole journey.
Yeah.
And if you were interested in her and she told you that, you automatically no.
No, because I know she gonna go out there and cheat on me. Just like the straight
But
friend.
cheating
went
doesn't
out there.
mean that's not the same thing.
I don't share my woman, number one. I'm not sharing her. I just feel like if she goes to another woman, that means I ain't doing my job. That's just the way I feel. Because if she want to be touched soft, I'm going to touch her soft. If
Okay.
she don't want it rough, I ain't going to give it to her rough. I'm going to slow
So
her.
you will adapt.
Yeah, I
to
will
what she-
adapt. Just tell me, boo, what you need. I got you. You know what I mean? Don't be going over there to little Ray Ray them talking about, boo, he ain't doing it right. Kiss me right here. He tripping. He biting. And I don't wanna-
Yeah.
I'm going to nibble on you.
you.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I promise I'm going to.
Yeah.
Listen to me now.
Yeah. You know, okay, I want to clarify something because a lot of people think just because someone is bisexual, and this is for men or women, it doesn't mean that person's going to cheat on you. It's just like
Exactly.
you liking
So-
women. Just because you like women, does that mean every woman that walk by you gonna cheat on me with this woman?
Thank
No.
you.
So it's not cheating when Okay, so a woman, my lady goes out and go sleep with another woman. That's not cheating?
Yeah, it would be cheating. I'm saying that everybody that is bisexual is not going to cheat on you. I'm not saying.
So you don't think bisexual is automatically cheating?
No.
I just wanted to see what y'all gonna say.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Okay, if she's in a relationship with you, Ken,
Right.
that doesn't mean she's going to cheat on you with a woman. She could just be faithful to you for the rest of her life. That's what she commits to. And if she's with a woman, she could just be faithful to her for the rest of her life and not sleep with a man. So cheating is a character issue. It's a I can't be trusted issue. That's not a I'm attracted to two different sexes, so I'm going to cheat.
Right.
You know,
So
I
I
think
got-
that correlation is wrong.
So if we hooked up, could I trust you not to go and kiss boo boo them?
Right. It's a difference between hooking up with someone and being exclusive, and that's also a conversation you should have with someone before you get in a relationship with them.
You still seeing women, right?
I haven't seen a woman in almost a year.
Would you see one today?
If the mood was right, and
Uh-huh.
I
But
was-
she's
And
not
the
in a
drink good.
but she's not in a relationship
Yeah,
right
No,
I'm
now.
I'm
single.
finna get at it. Yeah, I'm getting there.
Okay.
So,
Let me read some of these comments here. All right, so, and yes, if y'all would like to call in, the number is 478-569-6474. We definitely welcome your feedback. And there's some other ladies coming and who have a similar story. I think Jasmine's on her way. And we also have some guys that are interested, that would date a woman who dates other women, and we have men, of course, like Ken, who would not. All right, so I'm reading your comments. Tashura says you can cheat together.
cheat together.
Okay, let's talk about that, because some men think. No. What she means is you can have you can share. But some men think that because a woman dates men and women, that automatically means, ooh, we can have a threesome.
right.
Yeah.
And
All
that is
the time.
erroneous. Talk about that.
Okay. Pretty much every guy I have dated since I became bisexual, they say, of course, so we'll talk about that. That's one thing I'm very open about because I feel like it should be discussed. But always, so, like, what's up with me, you, and another girl? Like, can that happen? Can we get a threesome going on? Like, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. That's not what it's about. Sometimes, yes, but
I think what men do, and this is me speaking as a woman, it's a male privilege to think that the sex has to be about a penis.
Yep.
Some men think that when two women get together that there's always a strap on, and that's erroneous too.
That
There
is.
is-
No,
there
I
is
don't
no
think that.
there is no
No.
penis involved. It's
Right.
just two vaginas.
Yep.
Bumping and grinding.
And having a good time
Starting
and
fires
being
and shit.
totally fulfilled without a penis. But with that being said, they also feel like you being with the woman it's about their pleasure, and it's
Yep.
not about their pleasure.
not.
It's about your pleasure. And some women can separate the two. I'm sleeping with this woman and coming home to my man. Separate, two separate
Yeah.
things. And how do you feel about that,
I
Kid?
don't feel it. You not going over Ray. I
But
done told
why,
you.
though?
You
Like-
not finna go to Ray house and Ray them talking about, yeah, my man, he at home, he chilling, and then so what's up? Next thing you know, y'all watching what y'all like to watch? Love and Hip Hop, and you kissing on the neck
I mean-
going on. You know what I'm saying? See, you ain't even watching TV. You going straight to it, right?
No, I'll probably be
God.
playing video games or cooking.
Oh, we're
something
playing
like that.
Super Mario and
Yeah.
she nibbling on your neck and stuff. Nads going down.
See, that
So-
brings up a good point, too. You could meet a man that thinks like Ken, and every time you have a friend, he could think that you're sleeping with this friend.
And I agree with that, but I feel like that's where that trust and communication comes into play, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is you gonna bring her home to her? You gonna bring her home?
But again, that's the conversation I would have with that person before we even get into a relationship. Like, set our boundaries. I want to know what my significant other is comfortable with, what they're not comfortable with. I want to respect you and the relationship.
All right, so Christopher Alex says she's always gonna lust for women, though. Is that true? So if you're in a relationship with Ken right now, and y'all are committed, you're happy, you're fulfilled, he doing it right, you're totally fulfilled, and you love him. When a woman walks by, are you like, ooh, she got a big booty? Ooh, she's cute. Like,
Yeah.
are you always going to do that?
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
So
so
that
if
doesn't
I
mean
turn around,
anything.
so we walking together and I turn around, I see a big booty girl and I say, ooh, damn, she fine, and I stay there for about 2 seconds. What you gonna do?
I'll be like, oh
Bring her
yeah,
home,
she
huh?
is, or
Let's go
maybe
get her,
not
huh?
my type, but
And that could be a cute activity to look at what you both like. Like, you know, I like her because she has a nice figure. Oh, I don't like her butt not big enough. I mean, that could be a good conversation. I mean, a lot of couples do that together and they have no problem doing that. But that will bother you.
Well, when we out walking and whatnot, like she just said, she can compliment her, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be like, damn, you like her, huh? You know? And she's gonna be like, yeah, she look good. And I'm gonna be like, oh shit, you know, now I gotta go home and put it down on her real quick. So take her mind, but
that's what it would be.
Yeah, but you still might be thinking about her while I'm sexing you. I don't know what to think.
And I think that is so. This is that the problem is the insecurity that men may have of dating a woman who's bisexual, and it's a constant question of any friend that you have, are y'all sleeping together?
Right.
Anyone that you say, like, I really like her as a mentor, I admire her. Does she like her because she's attracted to her?
Yeah.
Or does she really, you know, so it's always going to be a constant thought.
And I agree with that.
I don't know how you overcome that. I don't know how you make him feel confident and comfortable that, no, I just have eyes for you.
I mean, like I said, like, it's all about communication and being open with the person you're with. And no, I'm not going to, you know, every girl I see that walks by, I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, she look good, she's fine. But at the same time, if I do see someone, I might not even say it to you. It might just be a thought that I have to myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not always like that, you know? And I think that's what a lot of people just think about, you know, bisexual women. It's just like, she's for them and she's for us. But, like, if we're committed to someone, most bisexual women, they can be committed to their man.
Women in general are typically faithful. I mean, you have, like, 30% of folks that aren't. But women in general are typically faithful.
Who said that? Who said that?
I think women in general are faithful.
I think so.
But I think this is a big issue. That constant question of, is she gonna be faithful to me? I think that's a big issue. And I think that's what most men deal with, why they might say they would not date a woman who has been bisexual. I'm reading some of your comments. Curtis says, just because a woman is bisexual, it doesn't mean that she is active in that lifestyle while in a relationship with the man. Agreed. Tara says, but it does increase the chances of cheating. Those desires won't go away.
Thank you, Tara.
Lee says, so how is the other side satisfied if you commit to a man but like women?
Answer that. They talking
so
to
talk
you.
Talk about what you like about women. Talk about what is it that attracts you to women, and what do you like about being in a relationship with a woman versus the things that attract you to a man, and what you like about being in a relationship with a man. Let's talk about that.
Ooh. Well, I like the curves of a woman. I like how soft they are. I like how they smell. I feel like, I don't know, it's like, it's closer for me to open up sometimes.
It's like always with your best friends.
Yeah. It's like I feel more vulnerable sometimes with women.
Vulnerable with women?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it really is to me. I mean, at this point, I can't say I like one more than the other.
You like them both equally?
Yeah.
What are the things you like about men? Come on in, Brandon.
Yeah, I sure want to hear this.
What are the things you like about men? Like, what attracts you to a man?
I like dominance, and I like alpha men and aggressiveness, and I like to be controlled in a way. You know, I like the security of being with a man. And those are things that, you know,
you don't get with
from a
women.
woman.
Yeah.
So you don't get no security with women, huh?
No, not always.
In an ideal situation, could you be in a relationship with both a man and a woman, where it's open and they both understand and they both agree, it's all transparent?
That's a huge maybe. I also, again, like, even though I am bisexual, I don't think that I could share my man at that point.
Oh, but what if she's not into him? She's only into you. Okay, so you have a woman who is lesbian with you, and you have a man who is monogamous with you. So they're not sharing each other.
I could do that.
So your only hesitation was you don't want to share your man.
No.
But in a situation where
that's pilot life, boo. You might as well get on down with the pilot life.
Oh goodness.
I mean, what you just said it.
It can be. I mean, in the scenario I described, the people that she's in a relationship with aren't sharing.
Right.
She's the only one that's
She's the only one.
sharing. All right, Brandon, introduce yourself to everybody.
Sorry for being late to the
You're
party.
fine.
But I'm Brandon Glasgow.
Get to-
Long time.
Which one? Whichever mic you get to, just get to one.
Gotcha. Long time friends with Shay.
Yay.
I just wanted to add a little bit to
CAU.
the conversation. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, so how old are you?
36.
All right, and you missed it, but Tiffany just explained her journey. So she started out as a little girl. She realized she liked girls, and then she liked boys. She lost her virginity to a girl, and then to a guy. Like about 14, she was with a boy, and then she dated women exclusively for a couple years.
Okay.
And then now she's not. Now she's bisexual. She dates both men and women.
Okay.
Now you meet Tiffany.
Right.
How would you respond to dating Tiffany?
That's a no-go, Tiffany.
Why is that a no-go, Brandon?
First and foremost, she started out with women. So I would think that would be her dominant attraction. Because she started out with women, I think that's what she's going to lean towards more anyway. Not saying that it makes a major difference what she started with first, but I think because she had that experience first, that's always going to be her default.
So if she started out with men and then slept with a woman in college, you would be more open.
A tad bit.
But because she started with women, you think that's where she needs to be.
The devil's in the details. The devil is in the details. That's where she started. That's what I feel like she's going to revert back to.
Yep.
Really?
She just said, "Have you been praying to the good Lord?"
I have been praying to the good Lord. Thank you.
Okay, so it's straight men now, huh?
Don't bring the Lord.
No,
in.
she said
No,
she's
she
bisexual.
said, yeah, we got it. You know what I mean?
So it's men now?
I'm relationship-wise, yes.
Okay.
So she would be in a relationship with a man, and women in her mind are just sexual experiences.
Oh.
So tell me about what's the sexual advantage of being with a woman? Like, what is the plus? What's the pro of being with a woman? What do you get from a woman that you can't get from a man?
Are children watching this?
No,
I'm
this
just
is
kidding.
No kids
No,
out
this is
there.
an adult show, but the reason why I'm asking Tiffany, the reason why I'm asking, and I appreciate your honesty, is because there are so many people who do not know. Like,
Yeah.
in their mind, they're thinking, you got a penis right here. Why would
Yeah.
you not? Like, what
turn
you
down
got to
the
explain?
penis.
Like,
Yeah.
why are you turning down this penis
Good
for
penis,
this
too.
vagina? Like, what is it?
I mean, I just like how soft women are, how they smell, how they taste, how we just mesh, and it's just a very vulnerable situation, and I enjoy it.
And it's
so.
a totally different experience than being with a man.
Yes, for me, it's always been more sensual.
And can you be soft and sensual with a man?
I can, but that has happened very few times in my life.
So tell me, let's talk about that. This is what I want to
Have
talk
you
about.
told any man that you've been with that that's what you want,
Yeah.
and they were incapable of doing it?
I wouldn't say incapable. It's just I've had a lot of selfish lovers.
Okay.
So
A lot of men are selfish lovers. Let me say that
Oh,
85% of women have never had an orgasm through vaginal sex with a man. 85%. So a lot of men are selfish lovers, and they just hitting it to come and rolling over.
Or
This is, or you know, jackrabbiting and I'm
Yeah.
done. And they get theirs, but she don't get. 85% of women do not come.
So does that make them selfish? Or
Right.
does that just mean the man doesn't
Are
know
not
how to please her?
focused on how to help her to achieve orgasm. Their focus is not
On their
on
pleasure.
you. Their focus is on me. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna get off. That's a lot of their focus. Not everybody, but a large majority.
And what's the percentage for the women making y'all whatever?
I mean, I don't have a percentage. But,
Have you ever not come with a woman?
Yeah, I've not came with a woman before. Yeah.
But what's the like? So that's what he's asking.
How often?
Like
percentage.
comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely more men have made me than women.
Okay, I don't want to hit them.
Okay, now orally. Now
So
I have a
more
question.
men
Orally,
Have made you
how?
orgasm than women, but the woman experience overall is better.
They explore my body more. They take the time to get to know what I like, what feels good, what doesn't.
And you ain't met not one man that took the time to find out what you like.
No.
But she's also 27, so
Oh,
let's
yeah,
also,
I keep forgetting.
Let's
Yeah,
also
you a baby.
understand that she hasn't had a breadth of experience.
Yeah.
She's 27 years old. All right, so this is my next question. Orally, because both of them are doing the same
that's the
thing
big
orally.
yeah.
No, I just want to
Yeah.
go there because so many people are probably like, wait a minute, I don't get it. What's the difference between a woman doing that to you and a man doing that?
Okay, so in that department, in my experience, men are more aggressive, and I like that. And I guess that's the part where it kind of gets weighty. And then women are more like soft with it or gentle, whereas men are just like, come here,
But
so
you like that aggression with men.
I do.
So then with sex, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's the thing you like about sex with women. Do you like being able to go down on women versus them going down on you?
No, I'm open to both sides of
I'm
that.
trying to
but
figure
I
out what's
feel
the
like
thing
it's
that-
more like passionate with women,
It's
whereas
passionate?
with men, it's usually very aggressive and rough and.
What if you're
quick.
going down on a man? Is that aggressive? Is he aggressive then, or is
What do
it
you
you?
mean? Like if.
Because you go down on a woman, right?
Hmm.
So when you go down on a man, is he still aggressive?
Sometimes
Some men holding your head.
Holding-
they want to make you
It's
choke
too
on
much.
it,
Throw
all
up.
that, make you
just-
throw up.
You know, y'all
all
can
the
get a
things,
Y'all can get a little aggressive.
So
Ain't
I have a
nobody tell
question.
y'all
Yes,
do it that
Brandon.
good.
So my question, and I hate that you're the only representative.
There's
here.
some other women
Yeah.
that are supposed to come. So Shanika, let me state that before
Okay.
because this is not a beat up on Tiffany.
No,
Yeah, we ain't gonna
it's
beat you
cool.
up
And
unless you
I
want to be beat
invited
up.
Shanika, and I also invited Jasmine, and I don't know where they are, but there are two other women that were supposed to be here. So
Gotcha. I got you. Oh, but so my question would be, do you desire a long-term monogamous relationship with anyone?
I desire a long-term monogamous relationship with a man.
Okay, so in that case, have you already, since you know that, you have to start determining how you're going to teach a man to be what you want. Whatever you like in women, you have to be dedicated to teaching a man.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
as long, I didn't
I'm
know what
open
your
to
end
that.
game was.
And if I'm in that relationship, I would definitely be able to cut women off if that's what my significant other wanted.
right.
So you will
I would be
cut 'em.
able to do that. Yes,
Oh, nice,
absolutely.
And a
nice.
lot of men are like that. I think you have two different types of men. You have men that are like, I'm okay with you being with women every now and
Right.
then. And you have some men that are like, absolutely not.
Mhm.
Like,
And
that's
I
not going to
respect
happen.
that.
And you would have to
Absolutely.
respect that. Okay. So, that answers your question. Now, knowing this, you're still saying it's a no-go?
I'm not calling you a liar,
Yeah.
but I just believe.
I call you one. You're a liar.
Right, I know.
I
I'm
call
not
it.
calling you a liar,
I'm
but
not
I
calling you
am.
but
You're a
I
liar.
feel like, you're gonna default to what you like. Like, how are you gonna go for the rest of your life not doing something that you enjoy doing? I just don't understand.
'Cause you
how
started out with the
you
women.
I see. I really want to say that that's like saying, okay, there are people who drink and stop. There are people who, I mean, anything. You can stop doing whatever. There are people who used to eat pork and stop. I mean, I'm just naming things that people like and people love and they stop. So how can we just look at this and say she's gonna always do that or always want to do it?
With all of those things, there's always a negative connotation attached to it. All right, so somebody who stops smoking, they say they're doing it for health reasons. They want to be healthy, they want to breathe better. People stop drinking because they've had situations.
She fell in love with this man, and he has
you.
expressed, I do not want you with other women. And she says, okay, I love you enough to stop.
And
I
also,
guess
let me
it's
add in
possible.
this. Say you were the guy I'm dating, he cheated on his ex. So would I assume the same thing, that he's just going to go and cheat on me?
People stop cheating every day, yes?
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it
Yeah.
requires some kind of open-mindedness and also some trust. Like, just because I'm bisexual doesn't mean that I've actually dated more men than women. I've only been in one relationship with a woman.
Right.
So it's not like I'm just like every girl I see, like I can count maybe on one hand how many women I've been with. It's not that
Been with
intense.
Sexually or in full-blown relationships.
Sexually. I've only been in a relationship with one woman.
And she can count on one hand how many women she's been with.
Right.
Which you
So
can't
it's
do.
not like-
You can't count on one hand how many women you've
I
been with.
absolutely
Thank you,
could.
Shay.
Cannot.
No. That was cute.
And you cannot count on one hand how many women you've been with, Mr. Dollar.
Ken
So-
is a saint, man.
No.
So
man.
she's been with fewer women than you've been with.
Ooh.
So what's the difference? Let me ask you men that. What's the difference?
Lord.
No. The church said,
Yeah.
man.
Now they finna take off and run with it. That's how they do you, boy. We-
So I'm saying, so should she say, well, because you've been with so many women, you're not going to be able to commit to me?
No, she shouldn't say that.
And so why would you say,
I mean, that's just not my only. That's just not my only issue.
okay, what's your other issue?
You can label it insecurity however
you want to say it.
I mean, because I've had the conversation before, and it's been told to me that I was insecure, and I don't mind wearing that hat.
Okay.
There's certain things, there's certain ways that I feel like I can protect myself as it pertains to my woman cheating with a man.
Okay, tell me that.
I don't.
How can you protect yourself against a woman cheating with a man?
Now, nothing is foolproof.
Okay.
Because there are some very crafty people, and when people want to do things, they'll do it.
Right.
But there's certain things. So, just say if Shay is my girlfriend, I'm not gonna let Shay go, and she tells me, and I accept her male friend. I'm not gonna let my girlfriend Shay go and spend the weekend with Brad.
Of course.
Right.
Because you know that's just not how I'm gonna let my girl get down with her male friends.
Right.
Okay.
Now, if she has a female friend, how do I gauge this? Like, what type of parameters should I put on this relationship? If she goes out and gets drunk with her homegirl, and they're all bisexual, can she call me and say, "Hey, me and Shay are just gonna get a room for the night, and we're gonna sleep off this drunkenness, and we'll be good in the morning, baby. I'll be home in the morning." Yeah. That's kind of, so there's certain things that I wouldn't allow my girlfriend to do with a man.
Okay,
And
let me give you the
women.
flip side. Let me give you the flip side. You out with the boys. Y'all at the strip club. You are lit. Y'all just toe up.
Right.
And you say, "Babe, I'm so drunk. There's a hotel right next to the strip club. We just gonna spend the night." Y'all spend the night. Who knows what y'all doing in the room?
But I'm not bisexual. That's the key.
But
You're right.
She
It
doesn't
doesn't
know
matter.
that. It only
Well,
takes
she
one.
doesn't know.
It only takes one time for you.
Well, what?
For you to be
that's
there.
not-
It could happen.
Well, what?
Well, we're
Who?
not talking about people that are hiding things. We're talking about people that are upfront with
So
it.
if she's up front, I feel like that's even less for you to worry about because she's up front with it.
And you shouldn't be if you don't trust someone.
I'm confused because you
So
can
that
have
would
sex
mean
with
you
a
just
man
wouldn't
too.
trust
Oh,
that
see.
person.
Right, but guess what?
That's how you get killed, man.
If I had stated that I was bisexual, yes.
Then she need to
But
worry.
I'm not bisexual.
You finna spend the night
if
well?
She tells me she's bisexual.
Bring
then,
your ass home now.
Now, if she never tells me she's bisexual, because see, this is the.
You don't think that people have one experience that makes them this way?
I have no clue.
Okay, so let me tell you, there are people who felt like they were straight, ended up in a situation with the same sex where they were drunk or whatever, and it went down.
Okay, so the percentage of that happening
I
with
don't
men
know.
as opposed to women.
I don't know. I'm just saying it happens.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay, well let me ask you this:
What you want to ask
Have
me?
either of you had a threesome?
See, that you
And
go
was it with a woman
asking
you were in a
personal
relationship
thing that ain't
with?
got nothing to do with the
I told
topic.
my whole life
I was just
story.
kidding.
She did.
I
She
did.
told her.
Yeah, you did. So
She really deserved. I mean, that was a
You
lot.
deserve
Thank
her.
you.
That was a lot.
So answer me that, please. I would appreciate it.
Have you
Yes.
ever had a threesome, Kim?
yes,
With
Were
the woman
you-
you were in a relationship with.
with the woman I was in a relationship with, yeah,
Okay.
And so that was she bisexual?
no,
So did she perform oral sex on this woman?
nope. I'm finna tell you what happened. It's
Okay,
God on
break
His
it
truth.
down.
Okay.
She brought her friend over there. Said, I just wanted to watch you do my friend, and I did.
Wait, this was your girlfriend?
This my girlfriend told me this. I'm finna tell you the whole story. She told me she wanted to watch me do her girl from the back. I did it from the back while she watching. You know what I'm saying? She said that turns her on.
Was she a
So,
voyeur?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
She wanted
she
them-
watching y'all?
She watching us doing it and she getting off. So
I don't-
after
it
I was,
doesn't compute.
but
I
see,
can't
check
imagine.
after I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? After I was doing that, she gets mad at the girl and then get mad at me and said I was doing it like I was loving it or some shit. I'm like, how you want me
Which
to
is
do
how
it?
most women would
Yeah,
react
like-
because this is a dumb situation. What you just said, there's no way in the world I want to see my man do
Absolutely
anything
not.
with a woman.
No.
Nothing.
I had a
But she
horrible
said it turns
situation.
her on, and then she said that
You loving it too much.
yeah, now I'm loving it too much. So it's hard to please a
Yeah.
woman. Y'all got so many rules.
Now she worried
So-
that her friend was better than her.
Yeah, and she was. I ain't gonna lie.
Ooh,
I'm just
how was
saying,
her
hey.
friend better?
See, now you get.
I have
Look,
questions.
it was good.
I
I'm
like
just gonna
that
be real. The
question.
hitting was
Good.
good. The fellas know what I'm talking about when we go into women, man.
How
You know what I'm
what's the
saying?
hitting was good?
The hell-
What does that mean?
I mean, some kids watching out there. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
I said the same.
Right, because it's gonna get real.
I want to know, and I think a lot of women don't understand how her vagina feels better to you than hers.
Okay, her vagina was a little tighter and it was a little wetter.
The
And-
friend.
Yes.
And it felt
And
better
it felt
to you.
good to
and
me.
so you were enjoying it
Yes,
better.
I
so
really
what
was.
she saw was
killing that
true.
thing. Yeah, I was killing it.
So she wasn't making that up. You really were
I
enjoying
was.
it.
I mean, why you gonna bring your friend over there like that? Knowing I'm gonna tell her she got a nice, so Why you do that? You know what I mean? She put herself in that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You told me to do it. I did what you said. Okay, babe, I got you. Boom, I'm doing it. You turned on. After we done, you cuss me out. You want to fight all that old crazy shit. You know, scare me. You want to do
So
all
it really
that.
isn't a threesome.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
That wasn't really a
I'm not
threesome.
doing what a woman, my lady, is finna do you. Cause I'm gonna be like, damn, I could have ate that, boo. You know, I could have
But you
slobbed
went
you
one
down like
experience
that.
It's
Another
different.
woman with-
It's different
What's different?
because
I gotta let the fellas
let me
do
show
that.
you the difference.
'Cause
Because
y'all
what
probably
you don't
been in
understand
threesome.
about a threesome. All right, this is you. All right.
She better
This
not be
is
on
a
my
woman.
face.
This is a woman. These two women.
She eating her out,
She
and I'm
eating
eating her
out,
out.
and you know you
I'm
hitting it from the
tearing
back.
her ass up.
That's a threesome.
That's a threesome, right?
What you described was
That's just something I
two
like.
people and one person watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a threesome.
Well,
Did you have a threesome?
Yes.
And tell me about it.
I'm scared to hear his. I'm gonna,
Brad, look.
I know him.
Man, you don't know me, brother. Yeah. So, first time, it was absolutely horrible. It was something like Ken had.
See?
It, like,
Crazy.
same situation. Girl I was dealing with said she wanted to do such and such, and
But she wasn't doing anything with the girl.
yeah, they it didn't even get that far. This was my first experience. I thought I would never have one actually.
I ain't did
So
since then.
they were both giving me oral, right? So the one girl stopped. The girl that I was dealing with stopped, and she went and sat on the edge of the bed, and I couldn't see her. I was looking at the back of her head, and her homegirl kept going. So after about 3 or 4 minutes, I was like, damn, like where the
Well, shout
homegirl
it on
go?
with, yeah.
So I got up. I told her homegirl to stop. I got up and walked around the bed, and Shawty was sitting on the edge of the bed crying. I was like, "What?
See?
Like, what the fuck is going on?" So she's like, "I couldn't watch it, and blah blah blah."
But it was her idea.
Yeah.
That's how
so
it be,
look, guess
man.
what her homegirl did though? I'm like, "Look, man. I go back around like, look, we gotta stop this. You know, your homegirl crying. You know, we gotta." She was like, "Fuck that bitch. Let's keep going." I'm like, "Hold on."
Oh, wow.
Your
And they're
homegirl-
friends?
Yes. I'm like, she like, man, she gonna be all right. I'm like, nah. I
She
can't
wanted to keep going.
She wanted to keep going, man. I was like, wow. So I didn't think I was gonna have one because I have homeboys. You know some of them, Shay. They do it all the time.
Oh,
you know what I
boy.
mean? They do it all
They
the
doing
time.
that down the street.
Right.
Oh.
So I did finally have a successful one.
Okay, and how did that go?
It was cool.
The two women were also engaged with each other.
Mhm.
Were you in a relationship with one of these women?
Mhm.
So you were with a bisexual woman.
Yep.
So why you saying you I'm so confused.
Yeah, okay, please elaborate.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so about that.
He did.
Okay,
They
we
got
all
you,
heard
homie.
that,
They got
right?
you.
Okay.
There's no gotcha. Back in the day, and I thought about this. I really did. Back in the day, man, when I thought it was cool, like, it never was about accepting a woman being bisexual. Like, I thought it was just cool to be able to have a woman that I could get to have sex with other women.
My
So-
girl got a girlfriend.
Yeah, that whole thing. So I was thinking about. I was like, were you ever really attracted to bisexualness, or was it the fact that it never was about the woman to me? I just like being that dude. That's the only thing that turned me on about it. So now I realize women don't even like sharing for real. They like to do their own thing with their women by themselves, just like she said.
That's true.
A
So
lot
there's
of
no
times,
reason-
I want to say that's not always the case.
That's not always
But
true.
so there are some women who separate the two, and there's some women who are open and you share because you're in the lifestyle, so you share.
Yeah.
You're from your opinion.
I'm open. Like I said, like if I'm in a relationship with you and you say like, look, I know that you like women, but if you're gonna be with me, it's gonna have to stop. It will stop.
Right.
But if you're like, hey, like if you want to explore with me, which I wouldn't even do that without my man at this point in my life, I will be open to that. It's really about what my significant other would be open to. And I feel like, again, that's communication, that's being open. I would rather be honest with someone than, lie.
Yeah, it's not to me.
And a lot of women lie about it.
Oh, a lot of women
That's
lie.
all
They in
I'm
there
saying.
now. They
Oh,
come
no,
in
hold
now.
on. We need to talk about it.
A lot
Tell-
of them
wait,
lie.
Elaborate. A lot of women lie about what?
Being bisexual
Yep.
or even having experiences with women. A lot
But
of
they
women.
lie because of this judgment right here.
Yeah.
No, there's
No, it's no judgment.
There
No,
is.
what
I
I
didn't
mean
judge
is,
nobody.
what I mean is, you both said you would not date a woman who is bisexual. So if I like you, I'm not even gonna tell you that.
But so then you're just a liar, period.
Well, then fine.
Well,
but
I'm
I
just
wanna-
saying
but I
there
wanna
are
get
a lot
married.
of-
But
yeah.
I want to get married, and I like you,
So
and I
what-
want you to be with me. So I'm not gonna tell you this because I don't want you to judge me or dismiss me.
Right. So you will clearly deceive me.
That happens.
But I'm saying that
wow.
a lot of
So
women do
it's-
that.
Just like there are men who are bisexual or who have been with another man, and they will never tell a woman, because women, 90% of women will say, I don't want him if he's been with a man. So there are a lot of men who will not tell
And
you.
they're clearly deceiving them.
Maybe so,
Yeah.
but they're going to get married and live happily ever after, and you'll never know about it.
And that's cool. Look, my whole thing, if you can trick me, right? If you tell me
You said
you've
trick.
never been with a woman and I believe you and we live happily ever after, so what? Then I'm fine. If you can trick me and you can do, then that's fine.
You'd rather be tricked than to have somebody
You'd
be
rather have
honest with
someone
you.
lie to you.
Well, I mean,
That's what you said, because if she was honest with you, you're going to dismiss
well,
her.
no, if I tell you that, first of all, I leave everything open. I don't draw major lines in the sand about most things. So I'm not saying that I unequivocally would not date a bisexual woman, because I might. It just depends on who it is and the circumstance.
I'm confused,
Okay, so
Frank,
like-
because at first you said I would not date a woman who is bisexual.
No, that's not my preference.
Okay.
That's not my preference. I would prefer not to, But I mean, like I said, I don't draw hard lines in the sand.
So you
about
could be
most
open.
things. I could, yeah, of course I could be.
So let me ask you something. Would you date a bisexual man?
No,
Explain.
I just wouldn't. Again, if he was bisexual and that was his past, I might be open
Or
to it.
what if he had
Slut.
one same-sex experience in college and decided that wasn't for him?
It would depend on that relationship with that person, our openness, our trust, all of that.
So you
I'm
keep
not
throwing
gonna.
this trust word out.
It's important.
But
Well, if he said he didn't want to deal with men anymore, you couldn't trust that? Because you would want your man to trust the fact that if he asked you to cut women off, you could.
Yeah,
So
I
you couldn't
mean,
give that same trust that you require.
right.
like I said, depends on the relationship.
You-
And so I'm different, because y'all know how I feel about
Yeah.
I feel about both of these situations. If I have a woman, because I do have women who have admitted to me that they have had same-sex experiences and they want to get married, and I'm going to help them find a husband.
Right.
If
As you should.
and that's what I do. I don't take men currently who have been in same-sex relationships, because most of the women I know wouldn't be open to them, to be honest. But me personally, I would be open to them. But I know that most of my female clientele would not be open to a man who's been with us the same sex. But I know women are able to maneuver and get married and live happily ever after and have kids. I know several of them who've been able to transition. I know women who have been in full-on same-sex relationships as lesbians and they're now married. I know women who were full-on bisexuals, 20s, early 30s, and now they're married and living happily ever after. So women are able to transition frequently, and I know many of them who are able to do that and cut women off, and they don't go back. I know that this is possible. I've seen it with my own eyes.
I believe that as well. And I also know some that said they were on the straight and narrow and weren't. I can't remember what post it was, but this young man, I wish I knew what post it was, but he was saying how he was courting a woman, and y'all remind me he was courting a woman who had told him that she had been in a sexual relationship, a full-blown relationship with the woman. And he said that, okay, he was open to exploring it. He said that she swore on a stack of Bibles, I remember reading it like it was yesterday, that she would never go back to women. It was out of her system, whether it was him or any other man, she was not going back to women. And he said as soon as they didn't work out,
She ran over to the border.
she went right back to women. So I don't understand, I know it both ways. She could.
But she didn't cheat on him.
Well, no, she didn't cheat.
Okay,
No.
so I mean, once the relationship is over,
I mean,
it's fair game.
Okay.
Okay, so she's saying I'm not gonna sleep with women while we're in a relationship.
No, she said that she was done with women.
Yeah, because I'm in a relationship with you. I'm done with women because I'm in a relationship with you. Now, once we're done,
Back to the women.
it's whatever. It's
Do what I
whatever.
want.
It's men
Yeah,
or
I'm
women. It's
single.
whatever is available. It's whatever I want
Yeah.
to be with at that time because I'm on the market.
Okay, I took it as she was saying she was done with
She was
women.
done with
And
women,
that's
period.
just like
Yeah.
that's just like what Tiffany said. If y'all were in a relationship, she would cut women off. Period. Now, when y'all break up, it's fair game. I feel like it's fair game.
It's hey big head season again, huh?
Right.
You know, the thing about bisexual women that I find intriguing is your dating options are larger.
Yeah.
I know this sounds crazy, but it's true. Think about it.
Oh no, it absolutely
She
is
got
true.
this pool of women and this pool of men to choose from.
Mm.
So her dating options are larger, a lot larger. And I think if I were 27 and bisexual, I wouldn't be single at all. Like, I'm just thinking about all the people. I mean, think about all the people you could be with, men, women, both at the same time, and you can choose. Like,
surprisingly, like, I don't get a lot of women that approach me about, like, dating me.
but do they have to approach you?
I mean, even if I approach them and we end up being friends and maybe just kind of playing it out, it never pans out that way.
Are you on dating sites to meet women?
Not anymore.
Because I find that women are aggressive, and I'm not even
No, you're right.
swinging like that. But women, when I was in my 20s, I would get approached by women all the time.
Yeah.
And I would have to say no. And it could be grown women. Oh, it don't matter. It just ran the gamut. They just, And I found that women were a lot more aggressive than men. So that's why I'm surprised that.
No, not.
I think you don't send off because I don't even feel. You don't send off a signal of wanting women. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know that until you told me. To be honest, there's nothing about you that says that you like women.
Well, how can you? What?
I don't know.
What
I pick up that like
The
signal.
vibe?
Yeah, I pick up like. Okay, she's into women, or she's into men. Maybe because I'm a matchmaker. I don't know, but I pick it up. But I don't get it from her.
You see strictly men, huh?
Yeah.
I see it too, boo. Come on home, boo. Come on home.
I'll read some of y'all comments. Okay, so.
Oh, they going in on Mike.
Oh,
Who is
God,
Mike?
what are y'all saying?
Mike
okay.
ain't here.
G-Boy says, if we can't have a threesome, ain't nothing happening.
Oh,
Derek
said that?
says, me dating a bi girl and we can't have a threesome. Oh, hell no. If that's the case, I'm going to stop withholding and putting my D in all the way because y'all going to withhold. What is he talking
Damn,
about?
what is that?
What?
They going in on
Oh,
this
my
chat
goodness.
thing.
Hey, look.
Putting this. You
I
know
will
what?
date any woman as long as she got a vajayjay. This is from Charles Ory. He is crazy.
Is that the plantain man?
They always talk about plantains.
She better have some plantain before he go.
All right. Women do not feel they are cheating if they have sex with another woman. You can't make a blanket statement like that, Christopher Alex. Eating is cheating.
No.
If your man doesn't know. If your man is not aware that you're with this woman, it's cheating. Now, some men will give you a pass. Some men will say, if you want to play with your girlfriend, I don't care. Some men are like that. And so he has given a pass. But you can't just say, well, it's not cheating because I just went down on her. No, that's cheating.
That's cheating.
Because if he goes down on a woman, is that cheating?
That's cheating.
So this cheating.
Yeah, that's cheating.
Can we get some feedback on that though? I just kind of want to. So a man that says, "Hey, you have a pass to go play with
women." I wanted David to be here because that was his stance. He's very open to dating women who date women, and he says he would totally give a woman a pass.
So what does he
I
expect
know men
for the
personally
pass?
who they don't care what you do with, as long as it's with a woman, it don't
I'm
matter.
saying, what do I get for the pass?
You get nothing.
So I give you a pass, and do I get a pass?
No. It's just the man is like, we together, me and you
Right.
together. If you want, I understand that you're bisexual. If you go out and you sleep with women, it's okay with me. It doesn't mean I'm gonna do something. It's not tit for tat. It's, I understand that you're bisexual. If you get once a year, twice a year, you get an urge to be with a woman, go for it. There are men like that, lots of them.
So it may not be. I don't like the term. I don't like tit for tat, but that's just not how we are as a society. When you give something, you typically get something for it. You get something. I don't know what it is. If I give you a pass to say you can
headache.
answer that, there's something that I get for being open. Like typically.
Love.
So I have something to say about that. My ex, he was open with that. Like, he didn't mind. And for him, what he got was me being pleased. The girl that I was with at the time, we would send him videos and pictures, and he liked that. So
and to
some guys
men,
like that.
And if I love you and I understand that for you to be fulfilled, you need this and that, I'm gonna give it to you because I love you and I want you to be fulfilled.
Oh, okay.
So for some people, that's it. It's just I want you to be pleased on every level. I want you to get this from her, and I'm gonna give you this from me.
Those are some hell of a men, man.
There are a lot of men like that. Let me say, there are a lot of men like that.
Got to be.
There are a lot of men. I know those men. I know men like that personally, and they're totally content, and they don't have to worry about her cheating because she can come home and say, you know what, babe, I want to be with a woman, and he's like, go for it.
Yeah.
Go on out the door.
I mean,
Bring
you
me
know
something
what?
back to eat when you through.
Exactly. That's exactly how it goes.
Yeah.
It's where you going? Who you? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Bring me something to eat. I want some fish tonight. I want some chicken or whatever. You know.
Okay.
There are a lot of men who are open to that. Let me say.
There are a lot of people that are open to a lot.
A whole lot, man. Like
So,
these folks, nobody.
that's
It's
why
like
there's no judgment.
Right.
There's no.
everybody's
I
so
was just
open these days, man. Open on everything. Like when you gonna draw a boundary or something? Like
There's no such thing as boundaries.
I mean,
it doesn't have to be boundaries.
it don't.
No.
But oops. I don't
So
know, man.
Derek J. Henderson has a question for Tiffany. He says, Shay, ask her if she's a titty woman or what
Go on and answer it. You buy it.
What's the thing that you like most about women?
She said the
From-
curves earlier.
Curves and booty.
You're a butt
That's
woman.
it.
I'm a butt woman.
Now, does she need to have like a big old juicy badonkadonk booty?
Not necessarily. It just needs to be like curvy and like fit her shape
Apple bottom.
right. You know what I mean? Like just very natural looking.
No poop box.
No.
You don't want
You don't want a little poo.
But if it is a dunk, I'll take that too.
You'll take it
depending on
through
how
that,
it
huh?
fits on the frame.
You'll take it through that. What's you gonna do with all
Yeah.
that? You 27. What you gonna do with all
I
that?
can't deal with y'all. Oh my
She had
God.
to phone a friend.
Help me.
Okay, James says, the older I've gotten, the harder it has become to date because of women, bisexual women. I wouldn't date a woman. This is Curtis. I wouldn't date a woman who is bi. No judgment. It's just my choice. Celesta says, Ken, are you being insecure or no? Nick Walker says, I've noticed
Who said
older
that shit?
dudes aren't into bi women like younger dudes.
Who
So,
said that
Nick,
shit?
I want you to call in. I want somebody to call in.
Yeah, call in. Y'all got so much to say online.
If you are open to dating a bisexual woman, because the man who was open is not here. So if you are open to dating a bisexual woman, please give us a call here at 478-569-6474. That's 478-569-6474. If you are open to dating a bisexual woman, please give us a call because we want to hear your side. Tashura says, a man know he can't compete with the woman. That's what causes the insecurities. I have to tell a guy at work, it's not about what you can do. It's about what you don't have, which is a vagina. So if a woman likes that, you can't compete.
Right. So,
Right.
To her point, which is my point, I don't even want to compete. So
Exactly.
if
I
you
ain't
like
competing against
vagina,
shit.
then that's fine.
But she
It's-
likes
it's-
vagina and penis.
Well,
You
what
too
this
damn
young lady
greedy.
said is,
I'm
you
just
can't
playing.
compete. I don't want to even think about having to compete. If I lose, then I lose. That's fine. I
But
don't
she's
care.
not a lesbian. She
What is
likes
she?
vagina and penis.
So what are you?
All right. Hey,
Who
welcome
are
to-
you? I'm just
Hold on,
kidding.
we have a caller. Welcome to Conversations with Cupid.
Hey, what's up, Shay?
Hey, who's this?
Who is that?
Ken, Shay, that's Sean. What's up, y'all?
Oh, what's up, son? What's up? What?
So
What's
what's your
happening? What's
opinion
happening?
on this, on women who date both men and women, Sean?
Man, I did that. I can be honest, man. I did that for 2 years, and it was it was a cool experience, man. You really don't have to have boundaries. You have to have respect and understanding. Like
I said.
I don't believe in like most men will say, honestly, the man gets a pass too, though. If you let the man fuck around, you can, because you see, my situation was different. Like, she had a whole relationship with a chick.
Damn, they coming now.
So, yeah, so my thing was like, and then we were in a whole relationship. So it was like, the thing about it was she was very honest up front, so it was my decision to stay around. And so I was
So
like,
you
man,
met
it
her,
was
she's
cool.
in a
Like, it wasn't no
relationship-
major issue.
So let me
You know,
clarify.
but the thing,
When you met her, she was in a relationship with a woman, and so she was basically cheating on the woman with you.
nah, well, let's say this. Let me clarify the type of relationship. They had strictly a sexual relationship. They were
Okay.
like friends, and they would be intimate with each other
Gotcha.
at any type of urge. And that was they whole means of the relationship. But me and her, we had a for real straight relationship. And so my thing was, she had a desire. She loved women as equally as much as I did. So it was just a matter of just communicating that when, if I was out with another chick, or not even out, if I was messing around, it was all about protection. You got to be safe. You know what I'm saying? But
So
a lot of
your
women have that
relationship-
desire and urge, and she
was like
never
a
wanted
poly
to
open.
She
That
never
was-
wanted to be in a relationship
Open
because
want-
it was too
yeah.
much.
Well, that sounds like an open relationship
Right.
then, Sean. So y'all were just like,
Ain't
you
no
do you, I
boundaries.
do
I
me.
just said.
We just wrap it up.
Yeah, but she only messed with chicks though on the side. Like she would never mess with a dude. You
Have
know,
you
what I'm
messed
saying?
with
Nothing
another
like
dude?
that.
Still open.
It
And
was
yeah,
that,
you can
know,
be
because
open
she
like
never
that.
wanted to be in a relationship with a woman because it was so aggravating and annoying, and it was just too much drama. But the sex part, she
Now
she
that's
enjoyed
true.
that.
Let's
and that's
talk
all she
about
wanted.
that next. Let's talk about that next. Because women can be, girl. Okay, so back to what you're saying, Sean. So y'all, it sounds like y'all had a poly, open type of relationship. She was only with women. You were only with women. That was your relationship.
Did she
Yeah,
have
that
to
was
just
it.
be with that woman, or could she be with any woman she wanted?
What was that?
Could she be with other women or just that one woman?
No, it was other women. It was if she had that was her urge. Yeah, but she would communicate that to me though. You know
And-
what I'm
and
saying?
you were
But
okay with
so I
it.
guess you could say poly.
It
you
sound
know,
like
for
a
the
poly
most
Yeah,
part.
relationship.
a butterfly poly.
What's the butterfly?
She floating everywhere.
Oh, Lord, he's crazy. All right, thank you for sharing that, Sean. That gives us a different perspective.
Yeah.
Now, we have
All right,
another
y'all.
caller, Net.
All right, son.
I thought we had another caller. One thing he brought up is that the girl said she did not want to be in a relationship with a woman because women can be annoying.
That is
Would you like to talk
absolutely 100% the truth.
Right.
The truth. And that's why I just can't.
Can't do women.
Now,
anymore.
I have clients, right, who are male and female. Let me say, and I love everybody. I love y'all. I could not imagine being in a relationship with a woman. I could not imagine the nitpickiness, the nagging. I could not imagine. I'm just being honest. I'm a type of woman who is
Okay.
no, I know they're gonna jump on me, but the reason I'm saying that is because, and my man will say, he says all the time, I'm not the typical woman, and what that means is I don't nag him at all. I really don't care. I'm just like,
Okay.
this is what I need you to do this, holla.
Yeah.
Don't be all in my face. You go over there. Like, I'm really like that. So because I'm like that, I cannot imagine somebody like all up under me all the time. I couldn't do it
Yeah.
at all. That's not gonna work for me.
Right. Right.
So does that make sense what I'm saying?
Right.
So
there it is.
that wouldn't work. I'm just saying that wouldn't work. All right, hey caller, welcome to Conversations with Cupid.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm all right. My name's Billy. I just was scrolling through Facebook and saw your show, and this is a very interesting show, talking about bisexual women and everything. I just want to say something to the folks in the comments.
Are
It's
you
not about-
serious?
I'm sorry?
Are
He
you
said
serious?
he want to talk to the comments.
Oh, okay. Go
People in the
ahead.
comments.
Oh, yeah, the folks are saying that it's about you can't compete with a vagina or things like that. It's not about competing. You got to be comfortable being a man and know that, hey, I can't do everything that these women are going to do, but those women can't do everything that I'm going to do because she's still going to want this thing.
Preach.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
I agree. Amen.
So,
Yeah.
I'm completely comfortable. If my gal want to go out and she want get some vagina from whoever she wants to get, but she's gonna have to understand though. I'm gonna be out here getting some neck from these other women too now.
Hey.
that's
Some
just,
neck?
Some
that's
neck
what
is
I'm
head.
gonna go, but
Oral
I have
sex.
No problem with her,
Swallow. Spit
fulfilling
some
her
swallow.
needs.
I can't deal with you. All right. Well, thank you for sharing your perspective.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. All right. We have another caller. Hey, caller. Welcome to Conversations with Cupid. They hung up. All right. So Derek has a question.
What Derek
He
say?
wants to know, Tiffany, if you had one night alone with Beyonce or Rihanna, which one would you choose?
Rihanna.
And why?
She fits my personality. She's a free spirit. She's fun, wild, outgoing. I'm also that way, and I feel like I would have more fun with her than I would with Beyonce.
Girl, you know I'm a B stan, so I'm kind of like, what? Like,
I don't need no beehive.
Yeah. Rihanna
I
way
think
more
you would
fun.
have fun with Beyonce. Hey, caller, welcome to Conversations with Cupid.
Oh, this Nick.
Yeah, who?
Nick.
Yeah,
Nick. What up, Nick?
Nick Walker?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, what's up, Nick? What's going on, boy?
Oh,
Yeah,
hey.
what's up?
Hey, Nick.
Cool.
What's your comment?
Oh, I would date a bi woman, but the thing about it is we have to be transparency and she has to be open and honest about her stuff. Not sneaking around and messing around like with other women on the side and everything. And if she don't want to do no threesomes, cool. But if she want to, yeah, it just have to be open and honest communication. Like, I'm flexible about that.
Oh,
Like,
that's good. And
people
you're
just
young
gonna
too. You should meet
people
them.
gonna do
Yeah,
what they
y'all
do.
will-
They
y'all will
gonna
work
cheat,
out
they gonna
fine.
cheat,
Yeah.
and I can move on to the next one who truly, love me. So
I think that's a
about
good
it.
perspective. And Nick, how old are you? You're like 20 something, right?
Nope, I'm 32.
You're 32. I just
still
knew
a
you were
youngin'.
young. But anyway, you should meet him then.
Yeah.
He's 32. Nick says he would be open to dating a bisexual woman. Okay,
Hey.
cool. Thank you for chiming in, Nick. Yeah, we wanted to hear a different perspective just because I know there are a lot of men who are open.
Yeah, tell them call in. Y'all
Very-
on here running
Call
your
in,
mouth.
guys.
Call in. You
I
buy
know
men.
women. I have female friends who have shared with their husbands that this was their lifestyle before, that they used to be bisexual or they used to be in the full-on lifestyle of being lesbian, and their husbands have accepted them. They didn't lie to them. Their husbands have accepted them and married them, and they have kids, and they moved on and lived happily ever after.
I have done that before. That's not so. I'm not saying, and for somebody who's younger, and they don't necessarily have to be younger. I've done that before. I just prefer not to do it again. That's my preference. Now, like I said, if she's amazing, we can make some allowances. But the bottom line is, I really don't want to go down that street again.
You don't.
Nah.
But women do lie, and so
All the time.
Like, so and I mean people lie. So I'm not just picking
women.
on women, but women do lie because so many men are not open, and this is always a fear whenever people aren't open, that you're gonna have people who will just be deceptive, and they won't tell you because of fear of you judging them or not accepting them the way they are.
But because we continue to use that word judgment. It's not judging you. If you tell me you're bisexual and I say I don't want to deal with that, I don't want to be with you because of that, that doesn't mean I'm judging you. That doesn't mean I'm saying what you do is wrong. I can say, hey, that's fine. I just don't want to deal with it. So that negative connotation that I'm judging you, no, I'm not. I just don't want to deal with it. There are thousands of men like Nick Walker that will.
They want you.
But in a
Jumping
way,
in
it is
inbox.
And
judgment
Billy
because
said he would.
Billy said he'll do it too.
in a way, it is judgment because your reasoning is that in the back of your mind, you would think that that woman would always have a reason or an opportunity to cheat on you.
So
That
that's
is
say,
judgment.
So is
No,
this
no, it's
judgment
not
when you
judgment.
say you like this mic, but I don't like that mic? Is that judging?
No, if it's something.
No,
I
the
don't
Same
reasoning.
thing.
No,
No, same thing.
I don't agree.
Same
Because
thing.
I think the
We not
reasoning
judging
behind
y'all.
it.
I love all women.
All right,
But
so
the-
this is a good point that Adrian said. It's no difference if she saw an attractive dude. Oh my God, y'all are calling in so fast. Hey, welcome
Hot
to Conversations
topics.
with Cupid.
Y'all about to get fired up.
Hot
How's
topic.
it going?
Hey,
Yeah, this is Mike Frank. How y'all doing?
Who?
this is Mike.
Yeah, how y'all doing?
Hey, Mike.
What's
I
up, Mike?
miss
What's going on?
you.
We in here cooling.
Yeah, so I have a question because she was saying that it is kind of judgment. So, but isn't it? So here's the thing. I think it's not really a judgment thing. People just are not afraid of being judged. They're afraid of living truthfully in who they are, or feeling judged. Because it's not someone's judging you; it's a preference. She just said she wouldn't date a bisexual dude, just like some dudes won't date a bisexual woman. Now, I'm personally a fan of folks who are open and free-spirited, but I think the other side of the coin is there's a lot of dudes out here who will happily cheat, but won't have an open relationship because that means they have to admit that that's the kind of person they are. So I think the biggest problem isn't that folks are afraid of being judged. They're afraid of being honest about who they actually are because it limits their dating pool.
And I think to your point,
That is-
Mike, I think to your point, a lot of people need open relationships, but because of the reason why I say like they need it, there are some men who are just like, I cannot be pleased by one woman. I'm just not, one woman is not going to satisfy me. I know men like that, and they're in relationships, they're married even, and they're cheating. What they need to do is to come home and say, I need to be in an open relationship. I need Keisha and Sheila, and their wife needs to know that, because what you're doing is you're cheating and you're being deceptive and you're lying, and that's worse than just coming home and telling the truth and letting her say, okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. What they're afraid of is that the wife might decide she wants to be with a man or a woman too. That's what they're afraid of. So to control her and make her think that they're being monogamous, meanwhile they're out on the side doing all this and all that. And I think that's wrong.
So Shay, add that same
Oh yeah, I
logic
totally
to
agree.
when
But being
women
on
do.
the other side of that conversation, where I've had that conversation with somebody because I knew
It's
where
the
the
same
relationship was
thing.
going, and saying, look, you're not sleeping with me, so at least we gonna make this work for the family or whatever. Let me go out here and do my thing because you obviously ain't interested, and I don't care if you mess with somebody else. Let's just live our lives and make shit work. I've seen, and being on the other side with just in the regular dating side of the thing and saying, hey, look, you know, I'm having fun, I'm having a good time, I'm not trying to just be with one person right now. There's also people who just are not willing to accept that. So it's the same kind of thing as saying, it's not judgment though. A person has an ability to say, I'm either for what you're for, or I'm not for what you're for. You just have to be willing to deal with the rejection piece. And I think for a lot of women, it's not that they're afraid of being judged. They don't like the rejection that comes with it, and they're bisexual.
Right. I'm not beating up your lifestyle. I just
do what you do.
I'm just choosing not to be a part of.
Okay, that's valid. Okay, I can hear what you're saying, but let's not think that there are people who do not judge people who are in same-sex relationships, because that happens a lot. The judging is you going to hell, you're a sinner.
Oh,
that's
no, I don't do all that now.
Yeah, but there are people who do that. And they will throw scriptures at you and tell you why you shouldn't do that, or you shouldn't have that desire because it's wrong and you're going to hell because of it. That is judging.
Yeah. Those are the easiest people to tell to get the F out your face.
Right.
You can name 1,000 things that they probably do that
like,
ain't right.
Point
I ain't finna TD Jake nobody.
Right.
Like, you have to be sharing who you are and what your orientation is.
No, I agree, but at the same time, what I think that the best situation is where you can be honest with your mate and your mate accepts you fully. That's the best situation for anybody. Is for you to be able to be honest and say, this is what I need, this is what I enjoy, whatever that is, and have your mate accept that and provide that. Allow you to have that.
I'll take it a step further, Shay. Not be honest with your mate, be honest with your potential mate. That's when this conversation needs to happen.
Yeah.
Not after we're together and then you tell me, hey, Brandon, you know, I kind of got this need I like fulfilled every now and then. Let's do it at Applebee's while we eating it on the 2 for $20 for all you haters. Want me to make $100,000. But look.
Oh, so 6 figures.
So look, the time to have that conversation is when we are dating. So now let me decide.
Is this a question that you ask women when you're dating them?
I will say this.
No, I don't.
Hold on 1 second, Mike.
Where a woman or a man will pretend that they cool with it, and they're really not.
I think that happens too. I think people do pretend like, yeah, I'm okay with that, and then they get in it and they're not. But let me ask
this.
this.
Because I've been in that position where I've told somebody, hey, look, I'm not dating just one person right now, and then I go on a trip to hang out with somebody else, and you know, they in their feelings about it. So it's one of those situations where, you know, people will play along with them until it's in their face. Like the girl that was crying on the side of the bed with old boy over there, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them situations.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike. We have another caller. Thank you for calling in. We missed you. All right. Hey, caller. Welcome to Conversations with Cupid. No, that person hung up. Dang. See, I could have kept Mike on. All right. But back to this question. Do you ask women when you're dating them, when you're getting to know them, have you ever been with another woman?
I don't. A lot of times you don't have to ask. Like I just kind of try to read the situation. I listen for certain things, and you know, because like y'all said, man, most women won't be honest about it. So I kind of just use my intuition. I can be tricked. I'm not saying that I have some type of.
So you think you can look at a woman and go, you like women, don't you?
I got a gay, look. No, I'm saying I got a gay vibe off of a female before, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm not gonna force you to tell me that you like women.
So you asked her. She said no.
No, I didn't ask her. I just got
assumed.
The vibe. Yeah, I just assumed because of things that she told me she enjoys frequently, and I was like, oh,
she likes strip clubs or
different things. You know, all those types of things and
trapeze or
just, you know,
swinger lifestyle.
Woke up then, huh? She said trapeze. You okay?
So you know, I didn't ask the question. I just got the vibe, and I was like, you know what? No,
that's not gonna work. All right, so.
But it possibly because she gave me like. It's like she gave me 1 through 9 of what bisexual women like to do.
Give me some examples.
Well, she told me she liked getting massages from women and sensual massages.
Wait a minute, I get massages from women. What does that mean?
She said like sensual massages. She liked strip clubs. She likes grinding. Like she likes them to lap dance. She just gave like I'm reading things. So. She gave me everything except for the fact that she might like women. So I'm like, well, if you had just taken it the whole way and said, yeah, I mess with women, then maybe we could have continued on. But now I'm thinking you taking me to the edge, but you're not really telling me. You just giving me all this like little stuff like leading up to the fact that you like women, but you won't tell me you like women. So
Do you
which
ask
is
women
it?
when you're dating them, have they ever been with another woman?
No, I don't ask.
You don't ask?
No.
So how would you know?
I wouldn't. Shit.
Y'all came out with these
I just
thoughts, so I'm
I mean,
thinking, how do
shit,
you know?
but
How do you assess?
I never said. All I'm saying is, I would like for her to just tell me when we meet, like, hey, Ken, I like women. You cool with that? You know what I'm saying?
But if she don't, you're not
But if
asking.
she don't, I'm not gonna ask.
When you meet a man and you're dating, do you disclose this off top?
Yes.
Or do they have to ask?
I disclose it.
So how do you tell them?
I'll bring up, have you ever had a threesome? That's usually what I'll say, just to see.
But now, if you start like that, I would coach you differently. If you start with, have you had a threesome? Now, in his mind, he's thinking, I'm going to get a threesome.
No,
Don't even bring that up.
The way that I word it, it's not like that. It's just, I'll bring it up just to see how he reacts to that. And sometimes they'll say, like, oh, no, I don't like women. I don't like to share my woman, blah, blah, blah. And I won't even say anything. I won't even continue.
At that point, you cut it off.
Yeah.
You don't say I like, so why?
Uh-oh.
Right, so why? So, like, if
because
he
he already let her know that that's not.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So you not gonna move. So even if you really like this dude, like we're having this conversation, and you just brought this up, you really like me. I've already told you I ain't with it. Do you stop talking to me at that point?
With that situation, that was really early on, and I probably shouldn't have said it that early on, but I did.
I would coach you not to say, have you ever had a threesome?
Right.
Yeah.
I would just, share
Yeah.
that I've been in a relationship with the one. I used to be lesbian.
Yeah.
And then I evolved to being
started
bisexual.
when I was 12.
I mean, because if you say, have you had a threesome, now in his mind, you're telling him he can have one.
Right.
But he might not have one. You
Right.
might not be open to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't lead. That's
With the three,
setting
yeah.
up
Yeah.
a threesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
now,
on.
another thing is, he might pretend to like you just so he can get the threesome.
Right.
So don't set it up like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody's asking this question, have you been with another? If you think so many women have been with women, how many women do you, on a percentage, how many women percentage-wise do you think are bisexual or have been with women?
I have no clue.
Do you think it's a lot of women or you think it's just a few women?
I have no clue.
You have no clue. What do you think?
Me
can't
personally,
even start.
I think there are a lot of bi-curious women. So I'm gonna say it's at least about a good 60% of women.
You think 60%?
That's
I
high,
think
ain't
so.
it? Because they're curious.
don't
Women, look,
think that.
man, please go on Facebook. I can go on Facebook right now and see how a girl coming at another girl. Ooh, girl,
I'm
look
gonna tell
good,
you
blah,
that
blah, blah,
all
blah,
of
blah.
my girlfriends, like all of the people that would be in my sister circle, they're not even thought about women. They're just like, like they would if I asked them.
But remember, that's your circle.
And I'm just saying in my
And,
circle.
yeah.
I'm saying in my circle, they would say, no, I have no interest in being with a woman. And I would tell you, y'all know I'm pretty liberal. So my thoughts, I know, are not like most people's thoughts. So whereas I would go, okay, if she was open, I'm like, okay, just because she said she likes women, that doesn't mean she's going to like me. I'm that type of person. Some women get uncomfortable if a woman shares that she likes women. They think that she wants you.
Yeah,
Just because she
they
says
do
she
that.
like women don't mean she's going to be attracted to you. Just like you're attracted to women, that don't mean you're attracted to me. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times when people share that, people automatically assume, oh, she's trying to get my booty. She don't want you,
Yeah.
But anyway, that's another misconception.
Tell
All right.
Resin to call in. He got a lot to say, man.
All right, I'ma
Smiling at
bring-
me. Call in.
G says, buy women like cold dildos, not hot wood. Ono says,
Wood? What?
he crazy. Ono said, statistically, nearly 50% of married women have cheated. Don't know why people think women don't cheat. 50%, Ono, that's high. That's really high.
It's a lot of bi-curious women out here. They might not be bisexual,
cheated, though.
but they bi-curious.
Could you have, Amayu says, could you have a Lola Darling situation? Have you seen She's Gotta Have It, that
Yes,
series?
I've watched all of it, actually.
Okay, I did too, and I
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
it was good.
Could you
Yeah.
have a Lola Darling situation? Now, Lola,
that?
for
Yeah,
people
I
who
don't know
don't
what
know, the series with Spike Lee, She's Gotta Have It. There's a woman who is she has sex with 3 men. The 3 men are aware that she's having sex with all 3 of them. And she has a female. So she has 3 men and she has a woman. And they're all aware. She's
Yeah,
not
everyone's-
lying. She's not cheating.
When
She's
this
not in a
on-
relationship with any of them. It just aired Thanksgiving. So it's on Netflix
Yeah.
now.
So she
But
pimping.
She Paulie.
she's open. And these men, some of the men are in love with her and they're trying to get her to commit, and the women too. Everybody's trying to get her to commit, and she's like, you know what? I'm free. I'm just enjoying.
Just out there living, huh?
That's what you think?
Living her best life.
Out there living, huh? That's what they call it now.
She's pimping.
3
Why she gotta
men.
be pimping?
Like,
She's
pimping?
strapping up.
Look, there are 4 people in her life that want to be with her exclusively, but they know they can't, so they accept what they can get. She's pimping.
That's how you see it.
Yes.
See, I see it as her being sexually fluid and owning her sexuality and defining it for
By
herself.
sleeping with 3
And I
guys.
feel like it's empowering. Not sleeping with 3 guys, but sleeping with whomever
With
she
whoever
chooses.
she chooses, huh?
Because men do it every
She
day.
is.
Men do
Oh,
it
Lord.
every
Yes, they do.
day.
She is empowered. She's all those things you just said. But the pimping part comes in with the 4 people that want her that can't have her the way that they
Brandon,
want
are there not 4 women that want you right now?
her. I'm not sure. I don't think
I
so.
tell you, we
I
don't be
don't
knowing, man. We really
You
don't
know.
be knowing.
There are 4 women who would just want to be with you, want to commit
But
to you.
then I'm not. But okay, maybe they are. But I'm not gonna have sex with all 4 of them and just say, look, I'm gonna have sex with all 4 of y'all. I know you want to be with me, but look, I'm gonna have sex with these 3, and this is what you gonna get. You gonna get me on Tuesday.
No, because men
Monday.
lie. They don't tell you I got Keisha and Marsha and Janet and Terry. They don't tell you that. They just do. They just do. They just with you Friday, with you Monday, with you Wednesday,
Yeah.
and you don't know about it.
Okay.
But it
Well, that's
happens.
lying. That's not pimping.
Okay, so because she's honest,
Yeah,
honest, she's a
trolling the hell
pimp.
out of me. Who is this dude?
So if she
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
honest, then she's a.
Liar.
I don't know. I don't. I see it as her being sexually free and owning her sexuality and defining her sexuality. I
What
feel
about
like
the people that want to be with her exclusively? What are they doing?
they're choosing because she's not forcing them.
Right.
They're choosing to still be with her.
Absolutely.
And to share her. She had a Thanksgiving dinner, invited them
All
all.
of 'em.
They all
If
said
that
it.
ain't pimping.
Man, that's pimping, man. That's pimping. What channel does this show come on?
It's on Netflix.
Do you know
Netflix.
what
Yeah.
like this is
I swear.
what pimping is.
I felt like it was great.
Why they
I
making
was
all
like,
these shows
I
like
liked it.
I
this?
liked it
Yeah.
too. I was
First,
like, this
Issa
is-
was doing
this
her
is black
thing.
girl magic.
Now she out here
Does that
playing
not
3
sound like
men.
pimping?
I didn't feel like it was
I don't
pimping.
think
I
it's
felt like
pimping.
it was sexually.
No.
It was just owning. It was like, I was like, you know what? If I was back on the market, I would do that.
You be doing what she doing, huh? Come on, let's go eat. Thanksgiving on me.
All of y'all come over. Let
Everybody
me just
come
let
over.
me make sure y'all all aware. This is what's going on.
Dance
You're
to
all my
Prince,
lovers.
all
Welcome.
that,
I guess
yeah.
you just don't like the term.
Who keep making these shows like this?
I don't feel like it's pimping. Pimping is like monetary
Yeah.
gain, hoeing people out. Like that's pimping.
Oh, shit.
And they all gave her
I'm not
something
talking about
different.
And she enjoyed something out of all of
Yeah,
them.
they all gave her something
Yeah.
different. I personally couldn't do that. I cannot have casual sex with
Casual
a
sex.
man.
But it's not casual. Her situation, they weren't casual.
Well,
I
they,
feel like it was kind of
That's
casual.
Casual is I met you in the club and I went home tonight and we had sex. That's casual.
Hmm.
These are relationships that she has with each of them. They have different relationships.
and the guys know about this?
One of
They're all
the guys was
open and aware.
married
So look,
and
and not sleeping with his wife,
The
only
only-
sleeping with her.
the only person
Ooh,
in
shit.
that
I
situation
feel like it was
that's
casual.
fulfilled
Turn up.
out of those 5 people, her and the 4 people, the only person in that situation that's fulfilled is her. So what do you call that? What is that?
I personally thought it was beautiful, but that's just me personally. I just thought it was beautiful
good.
that
What?
she.
Yeah.
The reason I thought it was beautiful is they constantly tried to make her and define her to be different. And these are her rules. I only have sex in my bed. I'm never gonna have sex at your house. So to me, it was like she was defining her
Yeah, that sound like a
sexuality.
pimp.
She was
Yeah.
owning it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the pimp do
yeah.
that. You ain't.
Can we look
yeah.
up the definition?
That's not a
I'm
pimp.
just
I'm not
kidding.
talking
Let's
I'm
give
just
it another
bullshitting.
word.
Smacking people in
Yeah, I'm
the
just
Yeah, she
and-
wasn't a
and-
pimp.
I'm just bullshitting.
But I'm saying, like I said, she's in a situation and nobody's truly happy but her.
But they all seemed happy.
No,
The men
And they
happy?
accepted it.
Yeah,
they,
they
accepted
And
it.
they
They
accept-
all fell asleep on the bed.
Oh,
That's
hell
the
no.
Thanksgiving dinner.
Look, she
all
On the same bed.
Pimp, a man who controls prostitutes and arranges clients for them, taking part in their earnings. In return, she is not a
She is
pimp.
not a
You
pimp.
sure she ain't pimping
She
them?
ain't taking no money, ain't no prostitution.
They done
No.
paid somebody bill. They
Okay,
done paid one
well,
of
it's-
They
them.
pay her bills.
It's pimping.
They pay her bills?
One guy, he takes care, he pays her bills.
So she pimping.
No, he
got it like
chooses
that.
to do that.
He
He
chooses to do
chooses
it.
to, yes.
The
Ooh,
aspect
this
of pimping that
motherfucker.
I'm looking at is
Why don't let me meet you
saying,
out there?
Hey, I got you, and you, and this is me, and y'all do whatever I need y'all to do to make me happy, and that's it.
You can also do whatever you want to do too. She never said you couldn't.
Yeah.
You choose to only be with her.
I swear I want to meet this dude right here, man. This dude got something to say every time, man. This dude, Reginald Green.
Let me read.
This so smiling, preacher-looking dude right here.
Ken,
Don't you
what
do
you
that,
doing? Calm down.
You know, Care nothing about it.
Okay, so
No, I get down, man.
all right, so
Man.
Derek says ultimately penis is more valuable than vagina. She just proved it because she don't want to share her peen. Ladies, put that pee on clearance. Stop hoarding it. What are you talking about, Derek?
Derek, what you talking about, boy?
And normally I just like him so much. He's normally so.
You got a slick point there now.
I don't see the point.
She ain't gonna share her man.
A
She
lot
wanna
of
be
women,
able to-
women
She
are
want to be able to
territorial.
do what she want to do, but she ain't gonna share that wood though.
I wouldn't either.
You ain't gonna
She
say
gonna
that
be
wood.
able to do-
No, I will cut somebody by mine. It ain't even going down.
Ooh, no.
No.
But she'll share a woman. Like if you were with a woman, you wouldn't mind sharing a woman with your man.
Your
but
man.
you wouldn't.
If that's what he was open to. If he was not, then it would stop.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, it would be a
Okay.
wrap.
All right.
All right, Adrian says, being bi doesn't mean you just want threesomes, etc. Lord, I think my cultural competence meter is going to explode. She said, let me log off. I'll watch this later.
Shouldn't that bad for you.
I heard when women take the girls' trip to Jamaica, it's really a giant pea-licking party between the Flossie Posse and the Lion Sisters. Is that true? No, Derek.
No.
I think
Derek Hill.
this is a misconception. Most women are not bi-curious. I just want to clarify. There are some women
Y'all
who...
just said 60%.
No, he said
No, I
that.
said that was a okay. That was a little.
If that,
It was just a little guess.
Most women
a
are
little
not.
generation.
And when we,
I say-
I'm gonna tell you from my experience. I'm a member of a sorority. I don't see any of that going down. When we go on conventions and we spend the night, it ain't nothing sexual. It's all just you sleep here, you sleep, and we might all be in the bed, go to sleep, and wake up and we have husbands and whatever. It ain't nothing like that going. This
you
is
don't
just
know,
my.
you don't got just two of them that you know.
No,
might slide
I'm
off
being completely honest. And y'all know I keep it trill. I would tell you if that were the case. In my experience, I have not experienced that at all. And I have girlfriends that take girls' trips, and it ain't nothing like that going on. Now, you can say that's just me, but I'm just telling you I haven't experienced that. I haven't experienced that. If I wanted to be with a woman, I wouldn't know where to go. Like I don't know people. I don't know people in my circle who would be open to that.
I was just playing.
I don't know people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I don't know people in my immediate circle who are like that.
Right.
So I don't think it's like so many women that's trying to get down like that. I honestly couldn't even. I don't know anybody like that.
At this point in my life, I can say the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not around bisexual women. Most of that was when I was in my early 20s.
What
And
do
I
you
think
mean?
a lot of
I'm
women.
still open to it, but it just hasn't happened.
Oh, you still open to the women?
Yeah, I'm just saying
Oh.
it's been a
So
while.
you are not having sex with men or women at this present time.
No.
Oh, so you celibate?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get to the
Ken
bottom
trying
of
to
it.
get you out there list.
I'm not. I mean, I haven't been with anybody. I'm not celibate.
Amayu wants to know: would you be with a transgender person who
Oh,
hasn't
what?
fully transgender, who hasn't fully transitioned?
Who the hell? What?
So this is I guess, either way. So a woman, a female transgender, so she has breasts and a penis. Would you be open to
You
dating
busting
her?
them down or not?
I just, from a psychological standpoint, I don't. For me personally, I hope not to offend anyone. That's just not something I would be able to do.
Because in porn that happens a lot. So you
Yeah.
have, I guess the woman is bisexual, and she's with a transgender person, and so it's like the best of both worlds scenario.
Yeah, I
I'm
could.
just
Say, hey,
I'm just kidding.
I do even watch
Say
y'all know.
She be
I-
reading and
I
watching.
keep
Right.
it 100.
100.
Y'all
That's
know
right.
that. So
Damn right.
I'm just being honest. That does happen, or seemingly it's happening. So I'm just wondering, like, would that be something you would be interested in? Because it seems like it would be the best of both worlds. She
Yeah,
has
'cause-
breast and penis,
But I like the lower half more than the breast.
but
So
she
for
has
me,
a penis.
And she got an ass
But
too.
it would have to be a vagina and breast or a penis. It couldn't be
So-
a breast
So if
and
you
a
take the
penis.
girl home, remember you said you like curves and big booties, right? So if you take the training home, right, and then it's finna get down, right, and you see that long stick just come
Oh,
up.
man.
What
No,
you gonna
because
do?
I wouldn't be able to be turned on by that.
Just saying
Like
now.
a man with breasts and a penis, I personally
They out
would
here
not.
playing
That's
games.
not something that would turn me on.
Right. They
I
out
would
here
be
playing.
confused.
A lot of people are turned on. A lot of men are turned on by that. I will say, because that is the #1 searched point, and it's men
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
these
men
niggas-
like this. A lot of, and these men are allegedly straight that like
Yeah,
that.
these boys out here playing.
How do the men that she meet react to finding out that she's bi? What percentage are okay with it? This is from Kaya Joe.
Actually, maybe 2 guys were not okay with it. Every other guy I've told was okay with it.
Brandon.
I got a question. You
Okay.
can see that's a great question, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But based on the response earlier, if you kind of insinuated that you were, and you got a negative response behind your insinuation, like when you said, "Do you like threesomes?" See, I don't know. Like
That's not always
then
the delivery,
does the
but-
conversation stop? So you wouldn't know, right? I mean, if you insinuate that, "Hey, do you like threesomes?" and I say, "Oh, I hate that. I don't." You already said that you wouldn't even continue going on with telling him that you are bi.
That's not always the way I have delivered it to someone, but in situations where I have, yes, and that was when I was younger and I wasn't very mature. Yes, that wasn't the right way to go about, disclosing that to someone, and yes, maybe cutting that person off and not even giving them a chance to decide if that's something they're comfortable with. Again, immature. That's not,
I think the real thing is, it's a bonus in my perspective. From my perspective, it's a bonus to be with a woman who's bisexual. And hear me out. The reason why I say that would be a bonus, a lot of women I meet are, and y'all don't beat me up, but a lot of them are sexually repressed. And whether they have just not had an orgasm, not had a lot of sexual experience, they don't know what pleases them, they don't know how to reach orgasm, they're just limited with experience. Being with a woman who has had these experiences, she's probably not coming to the table like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she knows how to please a woman, so, and she knows how to tell both men and women what pleases her. She knows how to please men. She knows how to please women. So to me, she's coming with more skills, more experience to offer than a person that doesn't know their body. A lot of women won't touch themselves, don't know what they like, haven't explored. She's coming to the table having explored herself, able to say, I know what I like, I know what I don't like, I know how I like it. I know, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like that would be a bonus. Not from a threesome perspective, but more from a sexual awareness perspective. Does that make sense?
So you say it's a bonus for her to go out here and experience this stuff with this chick and to come home with it, right?
I'm not saying it's a bonus for her to sleep with women now. I'm saying it's a bonus if you met her today.
I
It's
met
a
her
bonus
today.
that she has been with both.
Right.
Because she's experienced both and she knows.
Now she know what's gonna make her feel right.
Right.
So she's gonna tell me what to do, what she did to make her feel right, right?
And she knows how to please men.
And she know
too.
how to please. How's she gonna know how to please men if she pleasing her?
She's with men and women.
Yeah.
Oh, so she mess with another
So-
nigga? I was just playing.
Not at the same time she's
I know, I was
with you.
just playing.
What I'm saying is, it's like you apply for a job, right? You're applying for this job to drive.
Right.
You can drive, but you can also fix cars. So the bonus is the experience of both. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the job is driving. She's like, yeah, I can drive, but I can also fix cars. You see what I'm saying? It's like an extra. I feel like that's an extra asset.
It is.
But
I'm about to get murked for this. I already
Get him
know.
to him.
Oh,
Gotta get him
God.
to him.
I'm about to
You know
get
how we
straight
do it.
murdered because I know it
Yeah.
probably ain't gonna make. But I think the undertone to the entire conversation, a lot of times, is selfishness. Like you just described. So if I meet a woman, does she have to know herself that well? Is that something that we can work on together to try to figure it
Right.
out?
We
can
Does
work on
she
it
have to
together.
know? No, she doesn't have to know. Some men might want her to know everything about herself, and if she doesn't, she might be shunned, or he might be like, you know what, you don't know much about yourself, you don't please me sexually. But that would really be selfish of me, for me to feel like that about a woman that I'm into. So yeah, you have a point there, but I mean, why can't we just figure it out? I don't need that feather in your cap.
You don't need
That
to have
doesn't.
that.
I mean, that doesn't. So to me, that's not gonna be something. I'm gonna be like, well, you don't know yourself, and blah blah blah. Like,
But
figure it out.
back to what I was saying, 85% of women do not achieve orgasm with men. So most men don't care about that.
So
85%.
So what's the percentage with
85%.
women then? Because you
Ooh-wee.
have that. That's a very high percentage of women that don't.
Damn
reach
sure
orgasm.
is. I ain't
So
reaching.
how? What? So,
Because, well, you know how we reach orgasm? When you go down on us or with our toys.
So the woman is foolproof.
If you're doing those things, I think this is from my research. You have to share.
Yeah.
But from
Yeah.
my research, I would say.
Uh-oh. Is
from
that
my
Billy?
research, I would say yes. That she's gonna reach orgasm with the woman.
Oh, so she's guaranteed an orgasm with the woman.
I would say, but go ahead.
Ooh,
Caller, welcome to conversation.
Guaranteed.
Welcome to conversation
Yeah,
with
we
Cupid.
got a 15% chance.
I swear,
And
I
then
learned
a
something.
woman got a 100%
We have a
chance.
caller. Let me get
Oh,
this caller.
hey, girl.
Hey, caller, welcome to conversation with Cupid.
Hi. Hi. Hi, Shay.
Hey, who's this?
This is CW.
Hi, CW.
I had to call because I've been listening from the very beginning, and I come from a different perspective.
Okay.
And I kind of felt the need to advocate for the bi women. And my experience is a little different because I always knew that I was attracted to the same gender, but I came from a very, Christian family that, that was frowned upon. It wasn't right. So it was something that I never spoke of and definitely never acted on it until I became an adult. But it was post-marriage. I married young because that was the right thing to do. We had children. I did everything by the book. And when my marriage didn't work out, I was scorned for a while. And during that time period, I didn't want a man touching me. I didn't want him anywhere near me. So I compensated that fulfillment with being with women. And it came on in a way that I never expected because, I had a woman come on to me. It was someone that I least expected, and it wasn't someone that was openly bisexual. So it's not like I was approached by someone that was, openly bisexual and people knew about it. And I don't know if that person has had other experiences with women or not, but that's what led me into that. And, I discovered, well, I don't have to be sexually fulfilled by a man at this stage of my life while I'm healing. I can go through this process of healing and come full circle without having to be with a man. So I did go through that time period where I was like, I don't want to be touched by you. And so now that here I am 10 years later, and I have had sexual experiences with both men and women. I'm not currently having sexual experiences with either one because I'm not intimate with anyone. But if I do become intimate with a man, I do let them know, listen, I have had intimate relationships with women sexually, because I've never been in an actual relationship with a woman,
Just
but I have been in sexual relationships with women.
Mm-hmm.
So I do make that known and give them the opportunity to say yay or nay and decide, how they feel about that before we proceed into intimacy.
Okay, so let me ask you, CW, if you were in a relationship with a man, do you think that you would still be desiring women?
I would still desire women just as much as I desire men. But desire does not necessarily mean that I'm going to act on it.
Okay. So you would just be able to cut it off and just be with the
Absolutely.
Okay. And then
the same way that I can cut off being with other men in order to be with one man.
So you are bisexual. You like both of them equally.
I do.
Okay. Sexually, you like them equally, but for relationships, you want to be with a man.
I have to be with a man because I am an alpha female, and I can't see myself being with another woman. I would have to be, in a sense, dominated by a man because I'm a very domineering woman.
Like the dominance.
And, women are, you know how we are.
Yes.
So I don't need to have somebody say, sit down, CW, shut up. And I'll be like, you shut up. I need somebody that they say sit down, shut up. And I'm like, okay.
And hopefully he won't say sit down and shut up. But I get what you're saying. I get your point. Okay, so let me ask you this. Tell me, what do you get sexually from a woman that you don't get from a man?
Okay. So, do you want me to keep it PG-13 or NC-17 or?
Just don't use curse words. Just keep it real.
I'm more of a pleaser in bed, whether it's a man or a woman. So I get off on providing oral sex.
Oh,
to women.
To men. To men, right?
Both.
You get off on
to women.
To women. What you like about women is allowing her to reach orgasm from oral sex. Cunnilingus.
Mm.
Okay.
I got you.
So
Absolutely.
what is it about being with a woman that fulfills you outside of that you can't get from a man? I mean, because of course you can perform oral sex on a man. Like, what is it about the woman that you desire, that you want?
It's not really a better or worse kind of thing. It's different, like apples and oranges. You know, it's even after.
It confused me.
If I'm intimate with a woman, there's certain parts of her body that a man doesn't have that I can explore.
And when you have sex, because this was our question before you called, what's the percentage of time that you have orgasm with a woman? When you're with a woman?
Well,
Yeah.
one of the things that you mentioned earlier is that, you know, a lot of bisexual women are very in tune with their bodies. And, you know, I can't speak for all women, but I can say that when I started dealing with women sexually, I did become more sensitive, so to speak, to my parts and her parts, and so that's what that does, and that's how I can make that
That's
do
what I was
that.
saying
And
is the
you know,
bonus.
it just made me that much better sexually.
And that's my point. That's what I was trying to say.
Better for who though?
Better women that you're sleeping with are not being pleased. What I'm trying to say is you have a lot of women
No,
that
let me answer his better for who question. Better for whoever I'm intimate with. Because
but
I
he's
can
saying
heighten either one.
he's saying from his perspective it's not better. So what I'm trying to share with him is when you're with a woman who is aware of her body, it's gonna be better for you. Sex is gonna be better for you because she's aware and she's like, ooh, touch me right here, ooh, lick me right here, because she knows her spots and her parts, and she's explored them.
Learn that from a woman.
But
Right.
whether she learned it from
That's
a woman or
that's-
with herself, she learned it. My point is, being with a woman who's sexually aware is better sex, period. Than a woman who doesn't know, then I can't tell you, you're supposed to know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to touch myself. I think that would just be, if I were with a woman, I would rather be with a woman who is aware.
Aware, huh?
If I was with a man, I want to be with a man who knows what he needs and how, you know.
And the way in which that man finds out what he likes.
It doesn't
means
matter.
nothing.
It doesn't matter how you find out.
Don't matter,
To
huh?
me, this is just me. To me. All right. Thank
Oh,
you.
I'm listening. I'm just.
Thank you for calling in, CW. We have one more caller.
See,
Thank you,
Doug.
CW. All right. Hey, caller. Welcome to Conversations with Cupid. They hung up. Okay.
Customer.
Okay. All right. So what I'm trying to say is I don't think y'all realize how many women, and I can speak just from the women I know who are in relationships or married, and they're like, Shay, I've never had an orgasm. The only time I have an orgasm is if he goes down on me or if I use a toy. So you have women who are having sex with penises, and they're moaning, groaning, and they may even fake it, but it's not doing it for them.
If they're only having orgasms with their toy or when they get oral sex from their hut, what can a woman can show them? How is a woman going to show you how to reach an orgasm from my penis?
Okay, so let me answer the question. If I understand my vagina, however I learned it, playing with myself, using my toys, being with a woman, I understand my erogenous zones and what parts turn me on. Now, when I'm having sex with you, I can then lead you to how do I achieve orgasm, because I understand how I achieve orgasm.
But how would she teach you how to have an orgasm with my penis?
I'm trying to tell you because I know, if I know what makes me come, I can tell you, Brandon, I need you to hit it like this. Brandon,
How would she be hitting
But we're
it?
saying like most
With
men.
the dildo is what you're saying?
Possibly.
Like with a strap on?
What I'm saying is this. Women can come 11 different ways, but most of the time we don't even come one way. We can come 11 different ways, and we don't even come one way with a penis because we don't know that these things are possible, or you see what I'm saying? It's the awareness. Once you are aware, sex is. If I can come 11 different ways and I discover it and I am able to do that with you, however I learn how to do that with you, it takes it to
I get that.
eons. It's a whole different experience.
So basically, it should be better for the women to get with another woman to learn something.
I don't know because I can't
No, let's get it now. See, I see a lot of comments on here, so I'm finna get it. So is y'all saying that y'all should be with a woman so you can learn these things and take it back to the man? Exactly. I know y'all ain't gonna do it.
Because there would be an article out here that Shay said this, and listen, I am not saying that women need to be with women. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is
it's a bonus. If it's a bonus, that is.
So where the bonus come in, right? Because y'all said it was a bonus. So where's the bonus coming from?
It's a bonus.
Come on now. What I'm saying is it's a bonus to be with a woman who is sexually aware, and that's what I'm saying. It's a bonus to be with a woman who's sexually aware versus a woman who's sexually repressed. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I'm saying that
by any means necessary.
No, however she learned.
So what happened to the woman and the man just learning each other together instead of just having to go to another? Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish. They ready to get me. Why can't we just start learning together?
You can.
Oh. So
you're saying, but
because what you just said
is there's something that this woman can show you,
right?
That I can't.
No,
that's not what she's saying.
That's not what I said.
That's not what she's saying.
I am not saying a woman can show any woman something that a man cannot. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's better to be with a woman who's sexually aware. What I'm saying is most of the times when we're with y'all.
Thank you, Don Adams. Thank you, Don Adams.
Most of the time when we're with y'all, we're in a position of you're just in control and you're just doing you. And I'm not able to explore
and learn.
And sometimes men are not even receptive to, baby, do it like this, baby, I need it like that. Some men are not even receptive to that kind of feedback.
So if you're not getting that from that man and you happen to be bisexual and you explore that with a woman, when you come to the next, sexual encounter and you're aware and you know what you like, we're not saying it's a man versus woman thing. It's just being aware.
Sexually awareness is what I'm saying.
If a man
but we're talking about bisexual
women.
Care
about pleasing you. It doesn't matter how many experience you had with whatever. If he's not open to listen to you and wanting to please you, you could have had sex with 1,000 women and know exactly what it is you like and know exactly how you want to be touched. But if he's not open to that, you're not gonna get it regardless.
Then he's the wrong person. You can also be aware. Women need to explore
I'm looking at
themselves.
all these bi-curious women that's coming.
Women need to explore themselves. A lot of women don't explore themselves. And so if you get your sexual awareness by self-exploration, that's okay too because it's still awareness. A lot of women don't have that. And so they're coming to these relationships not knowing first what pleases them, hoping that you're going to figure it out. And a lot of times, most of the times, you don't. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that women need to be with women. That wasn't my point. My point is sexual awareness.
We got the awareness, right?
It's a great pitch, though.
Yeah, I see what you're saying about the awareness.
Another woman who wasn't having any experiences, like that would be a great pitch for her. Like, hey, guess what? I could show you.
I wasn't trying to pitch because I ain't.
That's not.
There, I got them, bro. They all curious online. Come in.
Women, as
you know, I got them.
So
I know you're not. It's just a great. Yeah, but it's great though. It makes a whole lot of sense the way you say.
What I'm saying too, then, men who are into sleeping with women, what I'm saying is you also need to be listeners and you need to be asking these questions. If you know that women oftentimes are not being pleased with penile penetration, then figure out ways to please her. Make sure she reaches orgasm before you get.
But see, that's when communication come in. Right. We got to start communicating. See, a lot of people
women lie. We tell y'all it's good all the time,
and y'all say y'all okay with being tricked.
I said communicate. Let me get my point out. I said it starts with communication. You love your man. You tell your man how you want to be pleased. Tell him you want to be smacked on the ass or something. Caress, soft, and massage, something like that. Do that. You ain't got to be, doing all that. Just communicate with each other. We're going to make each other good. We're going to start pleasing each other. Damn, all this old boring sex we doing. Let's start communicating. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
Let's work it together.
So, in summary, back to this topic of dating a bisexual woman. Brandon, you've said you would be open depending on the scenario. Yeah. Okay.
I would be open. I don't prefer it, but I am open.
It's not a preference, but okay. And Ken, your perspective is?
I don't share my woman. That's my perspective.
And if she said, I will not sleep with women while I'm with you,
I'm down with it. We're going to work it out.
So you could be with a woman who has dated women in the past as long as she
that's in the past. I don't judge nobody all their past. She did that back. That's where it's at.
So as long as she's fully committed to you,
as long as I'm daddy. Let's get it.
And your thing is you're waiting on a man who
will want to be in a relationship. That's what I want right now. I'm not interested in dating women. Honestly, I'm not even interested in really sleeping with women, but I still, lust and find them attractive.
And so you could totally just be with men from here on out.
Yeah.
Totally. And you want marriage and children and
Yeah, marriage.
not necessarily children.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I can date someone with kids, but I don't want to have any. Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Really? That's a whole nother.
Oh, you want
discussion.
children?
She's so young.
Oh, you say you don't want children?
I can date someone with children, but I don't want to.
You don't want to have kids. No. Oh, okay.
This topic is so juicy, and there's so many comments I can't even get to. Derek says, you can't fake an orgasm with me. Only a man who doesn't know what a real female orgasm is. You can't fake the cobra clutch pulsating inside of the goods when she orgasms, or the flush on her chest, and that shallow breathing.
Ooh, that boy started rapping on y'all.
Okay. He said you can't fake it.
He in with the Drake, didn't he? Yeah, he in with the Drake.
But all I'm saying is, all right, so we're all clear. This was a great discussion. Thank you all for being open, honest, transparent, especially you sharing your journey. I know it was a lot.
Oh, you get big high five. You represented. You held your ground.
You did that, Chica. So, all right, y'all. Well, don't forget to go on my site, middleclassmatchmaker.com. Get your calendar, your Sexy Singles swimsuit calendar. And also, we're having our New Year's Eve glow up on New Year's Eve, obviously December 31st. So check that out. All right, we'll see you next week. Smooches.
Bye. Bisexual people.
Shut up, Petty.
All of today's hit. You're listening to